Ganja, I don't think that's actually true. I think they just dropped, actually. Jesse, I appreciate you joining. Let me invite you up so we can actually talk.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I thought you were a female for some reason. I didn't realize you were male. But yes, no, I'm just like really confused in your statements and your comments. Like I wasn't trying to dismiss anyone or speak over anyone. I actually wanted to hear what Magical had to say, and I kept trying to let her
Sure.
speak her
Do
piece. You know
you
what I mean?
agree? Do you agree that racism is something that someone can be racist one moment and not racist the next moment? Do you agree with that general principle?
No, you're either racist or you're not.
No, no, no. Commit racism or evidence racism. You agree that you can be racist, meaning show racism, demonstrate racism.
That's a really good question.
Well, I think the answer is obviously yes, right? Someone who's
I
KKK can
guess, yeah.
going around saying
I
the
don't
N
know
word, and then they can go to
say that
dinner
out
or
loud,
go
but
to
yeah.
or they can go to church and they cannot, right? You
What?
kept you kept
Oh,
saying
hi,
that
Magical.
Hello.
Bree had not done anything racist in 2 hours. You would talk to her. And you understand how that's sort of invalidating because what you're suggesting is that you have not experienced. People in the comments were telling you that they were engaged in racist actions, and your response was, "Well, she's been pretty good the past 2 hours, so I don't believe you."
No, 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 no. That's
I
if
mean,
that's how
yes,
that
yes,
came
yes,
off,
yes, yes.
that's not how what I meant. It's I just how do I say this?
I,
Politically correct.
I don't know.
Like I just
Live, acting as though you didn't know anything because you had a lot of opinions while you were up there about Bree, her conduct, and her racism.
I read the comments. I yeah,
Opinions while you were up there about Bree, her conduct, and her racism.
I read the comments. I yeah, again, it's also about respect too. Like I'm on someone else's live. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, you're a racist." This isn't.
Would you
We
be
just
nice
had
to a racist?
I'm not her
If only there was a
friend.
black woman to have told you, and multiple black people in the comments to
No, I
told you,
was
right?
listening and I really appreciate what Magical said, and I was listening to you, honey.
But then
I
you
was listening
said
to
Bree's
everyone.
not been racist to me in the past 2 hours, and then you
No, I
stayed
just
up there.
haven't. I just nothing came out. Like,
Well, that's why I messaged you and I said that you were very dismissive of Magical, and frankly, I think you invalidated her and you hurt her point.
Magical. If you do feel that way, I do apologize. I did not mean to diminish or invalidate
But
anything
what are
you
you
were
apologizing for if you don't think you
saying.
did it, though? But you don't think you did it. Why are you apologizing? I'm so confused.
If if
If
you
she
guys
feels that
feel,
way?
yeah, like if you
Okay, but
felt
you
that
don't
way,
believe you did it, though, right?
didn't know if I did. I mean, I'm
Sure.
human,
So let me ask you a question. If a man had been calling you the C word, calling you bitch, calling you all these horrible words, right? And he
right?
spent all day Friday doing it. And then you joined a live on Saturday to say you didn't do anything to you. And a woman's on the panel, and that woman says, well, I mean, he's not been misogynist to me. He's been very nice the past 2 hours. Do you think that that person would be dismissive and invalidating of what you were saying?
I'm sorry. Can you ask the question again, please?
Sure. If on Friday you, Jesse, were to have come into my live, let's say it's Friday, and you come into my live, and I was incredibly misogynistic and sexist towards you. I called you a bitch. I called you the C word. I
Right. Okay.
mocked your looks. I spent
And
nine,
then
10 hours doing this, right?
right.
Now, on Saturday, you came back to tell me on my live that I was misogynist. And I had been misogynist on Friday. You come in on Saturday to say, hey, you were misogynist. But Magical Brew,
So Irish, I asked Bree to stop talking so Magical could speak, and I wanted to hear her point of view. I wasn't trying to be dismissive of anybody.
I didn't ask if you're trying. I'm just asking you, would that have been dismissive? As I explained it, would that have been dismissive?
It's a loaded question, Irish. It's a very loaded
Well,
question because
you
if
said
you don't
Bree, you told
know,
Bree this person. Did you know that's Bree?
Zaza.
I don't know. I thought it
That's
was
the
you.
photo she used to encourage men to have phone sex with her and to get nude photos. Did you know that about Bree?
Again,
He actually looks like.
conversation of politics.
No, I
Um,
understand, but that's my point. Is that that's the invalidation part? Is you were saying she's not
is it
racist.
invalidation or is it just ignorance? And ignorance is not stupid, and it's not a validation of being a racist or
Ignorance
this or
is you
that.
saying I don't know anything, so I'm going to keep out of this. That's ignorance.
Yes.
But you said, well, for the past few hours, she's not been racist at all.
And we had a beautiful conversation, my
We
man.
had a beautiful, she's a nice woman. In fact, I
No,
do
I had a
believe you
beautiful
said
conversation
specifically,
with
Jesse, that
people.
she talked you out of being racist. Remember you said that? Because
No,
she said that you had some problematic opinions about the border, and you said that she talked you out of
no,
them. Remember
no,
that?
no.
No, no, you
That
did say that on the
that
live. You said she talked you out of
no,
certain. Did you not say that?
no, that wasn't me. No, that definitely
I
was not
mean,
me.
it was definitely you. I heard you do it. You said that she had corrected
Irish?
you on the border.
No, I'm from Canada.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
share a
American.
border, right?
Right, and we
Okay, you
were
said that she talked you out of something regarding the border.
no, no. There was actually no. The word border didn't even come up, so I don't know where
Yes, it
that came
did.
from.
Yes, it did.
I don't know if that conversation was me, sir. That I
I mean, I listened to the entire thing. It was definitely you.
talked me out of the border of what?
Listen, I'm only here just for a second. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't want her to like Irish. The fact that you're fucking showing pictures of me the way that you are, that's okay, hon. The next time you want to fucking turn your camera on, let me know, okay? Because I know you're a bald fucking
Brizaza,
dude.
have I ever pretended to be some sort of attractive man? Have I ever sent you fake photographs?
Have I ever sent you? No, it isn't. Do you
Bree,
see that? That's
Bree,
just a
read the
fucking
date.
PFP.
Bree, read the date.
What did I just say, dumbass?
January 10th, right?
Dumbass. I
At
know you're like
5:44. And look,
so fucking for real about this.
now look
It
at that.
no 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 no. One sec. I never sent you pictures. Period.
You're
That was a
lying. What's that
PFP.
right there? That's
At
not a
that
PFP.
time, I was not comfortable.
That's not.
Make
Let me
sure you can
finish.
keep a job.
Brizaza,
Make sure you can keep
watch.
a job, Irish.
Brizaza, watch.
Shut the fuck up,
That's your
asshole.
PFP.
Shut the fuck
What's
up.
that
That
photo?
was 2.5 years ago when I
What's that
wasn't
photo?
comfortable
Look at
because of my
that.
own issues.
See that? That's the PFP. Where'd I get
Yeah,
that photo from on the same
yeah.
day? Where'd I get
And
that photo from on the
but I
same day?
never sent you a fucking
Yes, you did.
picture, dumbass.
I'm sorry, are you not reading
Oh
this?
my god.
Are you
Why
saying I
you know the
faked
only
this?
reason you're doing this? The only reason you're doing this
Are
shit
you
is
saying I
because
faked this,
you are
Bree?
so mad. I never
Bree,
sent you a picture
calm
ever.
down.
I
So you're saying I
never
faked these
sent you a
photographs?
fucking
So
picture.
you're saying I faked these?
Told you, and I was using that as a PFP. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
did you not see the other photograph I just showed? Did you not see that?
Okay, Irish, you want to pretend something like
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
care. I
stop.
don't
Where
care
did
to
I
fucking
get this photo from?
let me speak for a second.
Can you
I don't
just answer
know.
that
I
question? Where?
don't listen. Can I say something about this? Can I say something? Even
Sure.
if that's true, even if it's true, let me just say this.
Sure, go ahead.
I literally had this discussion with you, and I didn't do the right thing, right? I was reacting from a trauma kind of thing, and it wasn't okay.
I don't
And
substantiate that,
by
but
the way,
continue.
I shut up. I'm not done speaking though.
Wait, Bree, I'll have a conversation with you, but don't tell me to shut up on my own live. I've not cursed at you. I've not shouted.
So, point is, it's not like I'm sitting out here being like, like, okay, let me just say this. You and I had a whole ass discussion, right? There was another person there, where we had a
There was a
discussion about,
conversation with you, me, and someone else. I don't
yeah,
recall that.
you remember that. It's okay. So, what is she saying? Cry harder, Brizetta? What are you
Can you
talking
not
about?
read the comments and just focus?
Yeah, sure. Um, 1 second. If you're gonna show that picture, I'm gonna show myself. Is
What
that
is happening right now? I'm so confused.
that's
Then
okay.
don't center yourself, Jesse, and just be mute. Continue, Bree.
It's okay. So, by the way, I'm not gonna stay here long because I just
I mean, we could resolve things if you're actually able to talk, but continue.
I'm willing to resolve them. How will we go about doing that?
I mean, you're lying about multiple things, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. But
How would we resolve them, Irish?
okay, I'm asking you very simply. I am telling you right now that you and I had an hour-long call. I am telling you right now that you had tried to give me your phone number and I had said no. I'm telling. I showed the screenshots, Bree.
You mean from a million years ago? Hold on, I'm talking about the last conversation we had. 1 second. Even if someone flirts with you, that doesn't
Sure.
mean they like you. Okay? Just be so for real.
Okay, but if they show you photographs
I
while
did.
you're on a
Iris, are you
call with
fucking
them,
doing this right now? Are you fucking serious? Like you're saying
Bree,
you're doing the
Bree,
same thing that you did to what's her name that she
to
almost
who?
committed suicide?
To the
You're gonna do that to
person who
me?
sent me unconsensual nudes? That person?
Yeah, but listen, that wasn't cool. But I've never done that. Have
I
I?
didn't. No, no, no. I want to be super clear. Bree has never done that to me. Never. And I said that multiple times, Bree. I never, ever, ever have claimed that you sent me non-consensual nudes. Ever.
I've never sent nudes to anyone. Period. But okay.
To anyone?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Were they your nudes, Bree?
no, literally, they
No.
were. The only person I did send it to was
No,
mine.
they weren't your nudes.
Oh, use my RTB?
Bree, I can literally show you the woman whose nudes you stole them from.
No, I know.
Like,
That's
I'm
it.
not, Bree, I'm not fighting with you,
Because I'm
but
not
you
going to send
can't,
my own nudes.
but
I
Bree,
have sent my own
I
nudes to
know. So
someone on
admit.
this
So
app,
why do
but
you
not to
keep?
that
So
guy.
why do you keep lying about it? So right now,
I'm
So you're
not
admitting.
lying.
So great. So you're admitting it. You did take. Just admit it. You took other women's nudes and
No.
pretended they were yours. Okay. So
Do you
which
see that
were
picture
they?
above you? Do you see that picture above you? That's not a different. That's an AI thing.
That's not
Those are
AI.
AIs.
These are
That's
women's
AI.
photos you stole.
Those are not photos. I know it's
Bree, look.
AI.
Those are
Irish. I'm
real women.
promising you, those
Bree,
are
look
AI.
at them.
There
Look
isn't.
at them.
I promise you, it's AI.
Bree,
Okay.
look at the
I will
women in the
send you
middle.
the
Those are
apps.
real women. The
Are you
ones in the
joking? I
middle
am
are
telling
real
you right
women.
now, Irish. Oh my God, is that why you said the sexual violence thing? I am promising you, I will send you the apps. Like you put your face in and it changes it.
Yeah,
All of them.
changes it from what?
Those are AI. Those are AI. Those are AI. By
Great.
the
All
way,
right. If
here's
you want to
my
send me,
actual face. Why are you showing the other ones that are like completely like
if
really
you want,
bad pictures of me?
if you want to send me the middle ones to prove that those are not real people, then feel free to do that.
Oh no, I will send you the fucking
Because you do know
application.
one of them
They're
was on
called
TikTok, right? You know one of the
Irish.
women was
I
on. Go ahead.
swear to whatever God that I don't even believe in, okay? Those are applications you can use. You put your own little face in them, and then it does that.
Okay, so show me. You
Promise you that's
send
what it
me.
does.
Okay. Do you see the images in the middle? Do you?
Yeah, those. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So you're going to show me those women online as being fake women, correct?
No, listen to me 1 second. So you can put your face in there, right? Like anyone can. That's why it's AI. Anyone can put their own face in there.
Where where is the photo coming
Hold on,
from,
I will
bro?
find
AI
the
didn't.
applications that I used it,
Oh,
but it's like
bro.
some like Asian, like it's like an AI thing. And I wasn't honestly, it's so uncomfortable to talk about it because it was like weird time for me because of my own issues. But those are not real
These
women at
are
all.
weird times for people would be making you look skinnier, not changing your whole entire. I
No,
don't
I get
even
it.
know.
No, I understand. But what I'm trying to tell you
Uh,
is those were not real women at all. Like that was like an application, right? That like you put your face in there, like and then it did that. So that's what that was.
Sweetheart,
It
where
wasn't
Okay.
did
a
the
real woman.
photos come from for AI to use it?
Or why did AI make one woman that looks like you, and then there's other women that don't look like you? That's the
What are
problem,
you
Bree.
talking about? Okay,
Okay,
listen.
Bree, stop shouting at me, Bree. I'm not shouting at you. Look
All
at the
of those
photo
pictures
on the
in the middle,
left.
all of those pictures in the middle, right? All of those pictures in the middle, like those ones,
Uh-huh.
like that, okay? But the really ugly
What?
pictures on the
Sure.
middle
What
were
about
cool.
them?
But anyway, those.
Magical, I'll be back in 10 seconds.
Okay. She on that
Anyway,
shit.
all of those pictures, you can see. I can't remember what it was, what app it was, but it was like some app, right? That was
I
like,
just put my picture up as a palette cleanser, y'all, because this is ow.
Like, I'm not.
So
I
you're
know
not.
I
So
can
you do
learn.
not care about what affects people's lives then.
No, I do.
N-
I affect your life?
You said a what?
All right, this
Do
is
I
what I'm
affect your
talking
life?
about. Bree,
That
that's
is
your
my
photo.
face in AI.
Okay,
Look
watch
at
this,
it.
Bree. Bree, watch this. The real person is this woman. Do you see how
How
that's a
does that
different
look like
woman?
me? I don't even know if that is a real person. That's an
That is a
AI.
real person.
This
It's
is your fake photo.
AI. You
Watch. This is
guys,
your fake photo. Hang
that's
on,
my
stop.
face in that.
Stop.
That's my face
That's
in
your
that.
fake
And then
face. But watch, watch, watch. That's the real woman whose face you
how does that
saw.
look like me though? It doesn't.
Bree, that's the photo you sent.
Not to you,
That's
by
the
the way.
real woman.
How is that? Listen, these
I'm
are the
sorry.
fucking
What is
pictures.
this? What is this right here? Are you saying that's an AI photo?
Yeah.
So why did you have the AI create fake women? Because it's the same pose, it's the same background, same clothing, right? Look at that. Same
Are
clothing,
you not understanding
same
what I'm telling
pose.
you? There is an app that you can actually use that's
Uh huh.
AI, right? And if you look at those apps, and I don't remember them offhand, but literally, these people are not people, I don't think. I think it's AI.
You don't
But
think.
either way, I put my face into it, so it's not that person's face anymore, right? Look how different that is. Look how
No,
different that is.
but whose body is it and whose clothing is it?
Literally, are you fucking kidding?
Brie Kaka. Brie Kaka.
Wow.
I need you to
Listen,
search it.
by the
Brie
way, I
Kaka.
am very sorry I did that shit, but no, that is a whole different human being, right?
You just
It's this
said,
app that we
I
use.
guess. You are not even sure of your own self right now. And when we are sitting here telling you that it's confirmed that these
It's
people are
not my face
real,
at
Bree,
all.
Bree, one of these women exist. They're on TikTok.
They're not. Are you okay? All right, dude. Literally, it's an app that you can use. Okay, the app is like just like AI, like put your face in there, like upload your face.
Okay, so do you
That's
want
all
to?
it was.
Okay, do you have a
And
second
by the
there?
way, I am not saying that that was okay, but I had my own like issues and shit 2.5 years ago. And that's why I did. That's why my camera is on right now. I know I'm not pretty. I get it. You can show them
I
how
have never
pretty I am,
called you
however.
ugly
Are
I
you
once.
will.
kidding? Is that why you fucking took the worst pictures of me ever and
What do
then
you mean took
posted
the
it?
worst pictures of you ever?
I mean, that
Oh,
was
those are
you.
the worst pictures of me ever. I've
Oh,
never.
sweetheart, that was
Bree,
just
Let me
you
just
in the middle
finish.
of a
Let me just
campfire.
finish. You can
go
keep
ahead.
on doing that, but the fact is this. The fact is this. I never even posted those pictures on TikTok, right? I never did.
They were your
I
PFP.
sent it to someone. Yeah, on my PFE I did, but that's like a little people do that, right?
You,
Like
you
AI.
sent them. You sent
These
them to
are
multiple
AI.
people.
Not multiple, like four, maybe four people.
I mean, that's multiple people.
I guess that is,
Yeah.
yeah, that's multiple people, but in a short time. And then I never. The thing is, Irish, if you actually understood women, though, you would get like where I was coming from when I did that. And by the way, um, I never asked for money. I never asked for anything. I never like none of that. It was just like a personal thing. And if someone is dumb enough, right, to be like, "Oh, I'm going to fall in love with you," you're an idiot.
Dumb
Watch me
enough
on
to
camera.
fall in love with you.
Look at the three pictures you have of me. Though, look at my face now. Look
So
at
you,
those three
Wait,
pictures you have
wait,
of me.
Bree, Bree,
If those
Bree,
are not the worst
Bree,
takes of me,
Bree. I want to be super clear with you. I've not called you ugly a single time, but let's be
what are those
real.
pictures?
Bree, you have a filter on right now. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's what you actually
My
look like.
eyelash filter?
you're
Bree,
ugly
you have
as
a
well.
full filter on. If you'd like to turn off your filter, then turn off your filter. If it's not that big a deal, turn off your filter. But
No.
Your
don't
hair is
allege that I'm
crunchy.
making a bad photo. I'm not calling you ugly. I have told people 1,000 times not to attack your looks. I've literally said it multiple times in the live, Bree. But don't get mad at me.
There it is.
These
No
are
filter.
actual photos of you.
Mm,
There it is. No filter.
Okay,
mm.
great. That how is that dissimilar from the top one and the bottom one?
I'm sorry, what?
How is that dissimilar from the top one and the bottom one?
Are you
Hair still
kidding? How
crunchy.
is that similar to that? This
Okay,
is me
put
with no filter. I'm sorry, I have a scar here.
wait, if there's
Wait,
no
no,
filter, can you put your hand in front of your face?
you are so right. It's not a filter. Your hair's still crunchy.
Can you put your hand in front of your face?
My hair is crunchy.
Can you put your hand in front of your face? Because I don't know how filters work. I really don't. And no, can
Oh,
like
it's
cover your
glitching.
eyes if you don't mind me
Literally, I
asking.
don't have to do any of this. I don't
No,
have to
no,
do
no.
any of this.
You
I
wait.
already put my
I
hands
didn't
in front of
ask you
my
to.
face, and I am letting you know.
Wait,
The
I didn't
only
ask you
reason
to,
sometimes is
Bree.
because it gets rid of my yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it just glitched. It just glitched. No, you
Oh,
do have a
yep,
filter on. Yeah, you
yep.
definitely
There
have a
is a
filter on.
filter. Ah!
There's
What are you
definitely a
talking
filter
about?
on. Bree, there's definitely a filter on. There was a filter on. It just glitched.
Yo!
Bree, I don't think you need to do this, but don't accuse me of like picking bad
What?
photo. There was a filter on.
There is
Bree,
no filter on
Bree,
right
it literally
now. Look
just
at me.
glitched. Bree, I'm not fighting with you. There was definitely a glitch on your eyebrow. There was definitely a glitch.
What glitch?
Denial is
Right
a
there. I
river
just
in
saw it again when
Egypt.
you put your hand over your eyebrow.
What are you
Not now.
talking
Not now.
about? Here. What glitch?
Okay, I didn't see it then. I thought I saw it there a moment
No,
ago.
I saw it. I saw it.
No,
Right?
it's
My
okay. By the way,
eyeballs are near my
I
phone
have
right now.
literally given this enough. I don't think I look that different.
Oh,
Let
oh,
me
see,
get the
it glitched
filter on
again.
again. Let me put the
And
filter on
Bree, I
again.
want to be clear.
I don't
I'm
think it's
not
that
calling
different.
you.
It's an eyelash one. See, now you can see it. See
I
that?
know. I see that. I'm not calling you ugly. I'm not. I don't think
I
I've
don't
I
give
am.
a
ever.
fuck. That's me without a filter, okay?
Okay.
Here's me with a filter.
Denial is a river in
Okay.
Egypt.
Then hang on. Then move
Actually,
your
this is not the
face.
filter
Then
one.
watch. Move your face off the camera and then move it back on
I have
again.
done enough for you, Irish. I
No, because
have
that
done
would.
enough.
I didn't
I
ask you
literally
to
put
do
my
this.
face and my hand in this and
I
this,
didn't
and I've done
ask you to do
all of
this.
that shit. But
You're
guess
the
what?
one who wanted to
But
show.
guess what? But guess what? I've done it and I keep
Kick
on
Bree,
him butt.
doing it.
you're the
And here's the
one who
thing,
wanted to
Irish,
show.
you're a goddamn fucking bully. If your whole fucking platform
How am I a
is
bully right
about
now?
fucking going after people and talking shit about them, then babe, can I just say something to you? You need to get like you could talk about politics.
Sit
You're so
down. Be
smart.
humble.
You're so
Sit
smart.
down.
You can talk about fucking
Bree,
politics,
Be humble.
okay?
what
And I
started
don't give a
this?
single fucking shit about you. This is me with no filter.
Tacky front and
Are
me.
you okay?
Bree? Bree, I've never attacked your looks. What I said was
You just
you
showed
did
ugly ass
catfish.
pictures of me and fucking posted it and made me feel bad. And don't ever fucking forget that you did that to that one
Girl,
girl
put
that
that can
almost wanted
down.
to unalive herself.
The
Irish!
one who sent me
Fucking.
nudes against my consent.
Ooh,
So what? She
is this
deserved to have
fire?
a live about her for
I
4
didn't do a
hours?
live on her. I didn't do a live on
I
her
know. You
ever.
just got your 20-some-year-old girls to do it.
What are you
Huh?
talking about? No one did a live on her. I
Irish, I
don't
think
ever
I'm
talk about
I'm
her.
so sorry. I used to respect you. I really did. I was like, you know what? I just
I
don't
never
like the way he
respected you.
does his lives, but I'm not okay with the fact that
You're racist.
I'm not. But thank
You
you for your
you
input.
you are, and I can tell you why. You haven't listened to them a single time. Not a single time, Brie. You've not listened to them a single time.
Here's the thing. If I was, right, it wouldn't come from someone like you. You
Someone like
are just
Magical?
looking for fucking no. I'm talking to
I
you,
know.
Irish. I'm talking to you, Irish.
Okay.
Because you literally that's your whole platform. Your whole
Is me
platform
being
is
a racist?
no. Your whole platform is to go after people and say you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. You've gone after like
What have I gone after you and called you? What have I gone after you that you
I
think is
looked at that
unfair?
person Bobby that you told me about.
Yep. Bobby, who said that that Mac is a child and he wants to give Mac to his actual P-Treadio friend from the military. Did you see that clip?
No, I didn't see that clip.
Exactly, so shut
So
up.
then how are you talking about Bobby if
Who
you've
are
never seen
you
that
to
clip?
even speak to me? Magical. I don't hunt. I
Oh,
don't know
oh,
you. I
oh.
Wait,
don't
wait,
know
wait,
you.
wait. Hang on. You just defended
No filter
Bobby.
on.
You just
Oh
defended
yeah.
Bobby, right? And you didn't even know what Bobby had
I didn't
done.
even defend him. I didn't even have a chance to
So
do
what
that.
were you going to say? So what were you going to say about Bobby?
I was just gonna say this that I
What
do
about him?
know the kind of lives. Like after you said that, I did look into him, right?
Uh-huh.
And it seems like the dude only. By the way, this is no filter again. See. This is how ugly I am.
Just to
Glad
be
you're
clear,
appreciating
if
this.
that's how you look without a filter, I don't think
One
you
second.
look
Let me
ugly.
finish.
I
Let me
don't think
finish my.
they just glitched. I just saw a
No.
glitch.
What
Yeah.
glitch?
Just so everybody knows, this picture that I have, no filter, no makeup.
What about your camera?
It,
What are you
is someone
talking about?
recording? Because it definitely just glitched.
It's
Because
Listen,
I
not
was
this
just,
secret.
is me with no filter. I
and
get
if
it. I
that's the
have a
case,
fucking
I don't think you're
scar.
unattractive at
I
all.
get
If
it.
that's the case, I don't think you're unattractive at all. Just to be super clear, I
I
don't.
don't
I've
care
never
what
said you
you
were
think,
unattractive.
Irish. I don't give a single
So
shit
why
what
did you
you
turn off your filter?
because you are fucking bullying me.
Oh, I
How
smell
am
it through
I
the
Oh
screen.
my
bullying
god.
you?
You can say I'm bullying you, but Irish is
I
not
don't
bullying
even
you. He's being
know you.
emotional.
Magic. I don't even
Ooh,
fucking know you. Oh my god. I'm so
Okay,
sorry, Josh.
wait,
I'm so
wait.
sorry I'm waking him up, but he has to go to
Hang
work
on,
early. But
Bree.
like for real. Like
Bree.
let's just be
Okay,
honest right
Bree.
now. You were bullying me into turning my filter off, and I did, and this is what I look like without my filter.
Bree,
Okay?
can we go back?
What is he, Josh? Tell me.
He's a pervert.
Okay, who do we?
My brother thinks you're a fucking pervert.
And your
Okay, why
brother
does your
enables a
brother know
racist
that
addict.
you sent me
Oh,
photos?
he enables a
Oh,
racist
that
addict.
filter definitely just came off. That filter
What?
just came off, Bree. When you
What
lifted your
filter?
look up into the sky. Look up at the ceiling right now. Look up at the ceiling. No, look all the way up. Put your
Listen,
head
I'm
straight
sorry.
up.
I don't need to do any more
I'm
than
Then
sorry. Can
stop telling me you
I've
don't have a
literally
filter
turned it
on.
off. I've done all that I can. You want to talk shit? I don't know if
Look
someone's
right
recording.
up.
I
Look
don't
right up at
know.
the ceiling.
I'm
I'm
not gonna do
laughing at the
shit for you.
fact that
'Cause
you
it
touched
totally
your
just
I'm not
face
moved.
gonna
and it
do shit
turned
for you.
white and then
You
it
got
turned back
that? I'm
red.
not gonna do shit for you,
Okay,
Irish.
Bree,
You're a
when you
fucking weirdo.
Bree, hang on,
You're
Bree,
a
just hang
fucking
on,
weirdo.
Bree,
You
when
are
you
smart enough that you
Bree,
can fucking discuss politics and
Bree,
you could be one of us, right?
I don't want
But
to be
here's
one
the
of
fucking
you.
problem with you,
I don't
Irish.
want to be one of
Ew.
All
you.
you do, your whole fucking platform is
Ooh.
about this.
Ooh.
Is
Is it
about
about
fucking
what?
going after other fucking content creators,
Do you think you're a
especially
good person that
those
people
that
should
are
follow?
on our side. Let me finish my fucking
You
sentence.
bald-headed demon.
Don't shout at me, Bree. I am talking to you respectfully. You're on my live. I'm not muting you. Talk to me.
No. How about
I want
that?
to be.
I'm gonna drop.
I want to be so for real for one
I already
moment, Bree.
woke my
Right?
brother up. He's got to go to his important
Okay. I
job.
didn't
I
do
don't think
that.
you have
I
one of
didn't do
those,
that.
but I have
Important
one of those.
job.
Anyway, I gotta go, bitch.
So
Bye.
why are you saying that to Magical?
Anyways,
No, I'm telling you,
You're
Irish.
calling
You're a
me a
I
bitch.
was
bitch.
the only one that was being mean to you the entire time. Oh my
I
god.
was being about as nice as they deserve. Jesse,
Denial is
since
a
you're
river in
intent on
Egypt.
centering yourself and reinserting yourself into the conversation, that's the person you were just defending, Jesse. And you did defend them, and you did invalidate and dismiss Magical, and it was gross. Especially as you repeatedly said that you were a person of color. Like, I don't know how you felt, Magical, but like, as soon as you dropped, I thought Jesse got real.
Oh yeah, I hopped on my alt account and I was literally in the comments, but I guess Brazaza didn't catch that I was in the comments.
Because Bree was drunk. I mean, I'm not even saying
Yeah,
that to be rude.
yeah.
And I want to be super clear. Like, if that's what Brie looks like with no filter, I mean, she did have a filter. I really don't want people attacking her looks. I really don't. Like, I see no benefit in attacking her looks. But for her to be claiming that, like, she didn't that is just fully inappropriate. Fully
Yeah,
inappropriate.
it was a filter.
Jesse, if you want to, join again, since like I did have this live for you, not for Bree, feel free. But Jesse, you were very dismissive and invalidating, and like honestly, you were not a good person, frankly, in that last live.
Loyalty. Um, to reference this situation, there is a specific set of lyrics from "Denial is a River" by Doechii. And it is I feel like y'all know what part of the song I'm referring to.
Yeah. MST, how can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
So I just want to get this out of the way before I say anything. I don't know anyone here. I am not attached to anyone in this situation, but I watched Breeze live for the better part of an hour.
Okay.
Okay, I saw her talking down to queer person after queer person, and
Okay.
I just have this to say to you, Bree, if you're still here: stay away from the gay community. You are dangerous. You are not an ally. Stay away from our community and go to AA for God's sake.
You
all I
know,
have to say.
and this is where like someone can say that I am invalidating for sure. I really don't think Bree wants to be a bigot. Like I really don't think they do. And that's the thing that's most infuriating about this is that it's really a lot more about their fragility that they just can't take constructive feedback and they get too defensive because I
No,
don't think they want to be a bigot. They're just really good at it.
she whipped out the white woman tears twice
Yeah.
in her live. And then she did it again here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I counted.
Also, just want to tell everyone about the nice little story Jessie told in Bree's Live. She came up and told the most heinous story about brown people pooping on a beach.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Yeah,
I knew Jesse was a problem
fucking
so,
racist bitch.
because she said she alluded to Bree checking her on something. And again, I do think Bree does go through those motions. Like, I don't think Bree wants to be racist. So I knew that Jesse had said something that must have been
Not
so
platforming
bad
racists then.
that she called her out on it. Am I right though in saying that Jesse was
Sort of. She
yeah.
platformed her. She platformed a racist.
Yeah, and that's the problem is that's where she's like 50% there or some percentage there. It's just like she hasn't like she just doesn't know how I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like you're acting like you want to help all these different groups, but like she goes about it in the worst possible fucking way. I fucking knew Jesse was a problem.
I was gonna say.
If you want to clip any of that, feel
Can
free.
I can I be that person right now?
Yeah, just don't get the live taken down.
I'm not going to get the live taken down.
Hey,
You know I'm careful for the most part. So with that being said, I'll be that person. People of the BIPOC community cannot be racist. But that was definitely a lot of bigotry that you just talked about. So, but I digress. I will not
Hello,
digress.
everyone.
Actually,
Are you saying people in the BIPOC community can't be racist against other people in the
we've
BIPOC?
already
I know
no,
we've had
it's
this conversation. I forget
yeah,
what
we
the
have
answer
that.
was.
Yeah,
What was the
yeah,
answer?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesse's a J name.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, you did have your hand up, so I'll let you go, and then Two Fatter can go next.
it's
Oh no,
okay.
no, no, sorry. Delirious did not. Delirious hasn't said anything yet. Delirious, did you want to say something, or do we want to let KB go and then Two
Oh, no,
Fatter?
no, yeah, no, I want to talk to you because I flipped out on her, on Brie, because she allowed a man berate Ken, and that's why I came up and flipped out
She
on
kicked.
her mod. Yeah. So her
Oh, her
mod,
mods were disgusting.
yeah, no, her
Yeah,
mod was gross, and so when I went to talk to her mod, they were all defending the mod.
yeah. I think I saw you. It was a white guy with a
Yeah,
hat on or something.
yeah. I literally went
Binks.
in there and flipped out on him and her
Yeah,
because they
no,
were so
I saw it. It was
disrespectful
great.
towards Ken.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. Have like, look, I'm not like magical hates white people. I'm more like,
Fuck, I don't. Why you putting that on me?
but like
See, I was really about to sit here.
but like
Ooh.
if the only white people defending you are like older white people, like that's a bit of a red flag. And it was all old white people who no, Binks had to be a child. Binks I thought was like old. Am I wrong? Oh, I thought Binks was like 50 or 60 or something.
Make the note. He said this during Black History Month.
Okay, KB, what's up? And then we'll let Two Feather go.
To push back some on MST. When it's someone that talks about racism,
What's
and
MST? Sorry.
when he was talking about platforming racist,
Oh, MST to your left. Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead. Yep.
just like when it's someone that talks about racism, like there's race. Me and Beans talk about racism a lot in our lives. Beans is a black woman, not to tokenize, but we talk about racism a lot. So we platform those. Bree doesn't need to be anywhere near any kind of marginalized community as a white woman, from what I've witnessed.
Agreed. Totally agreed. I understand that. I'm just like I said. I didn't think that that was what was happening. It seemed like she was trying to be. I don't know. I am not that friendly with people who say things like that, and I
Me
just
neither, Jen. Me neither. And but also, I just woke up, y'all. I'm sorry, I haven't even had coffee yet. But I don't remember. You can move on, Irish. Thank you. I'm gonna drop down. I appreciate you letting me
No
up.
problem. Thanks so much, Kate. What's up, Two Vetter?
I'm sorry. Go
How
ahead.
you doing, Lou?
Hi,
So,
Auntie.
hello. So, I ran a live on Bree, and the fun fact is, does Bree realize that I actually have a screen recording, and I will put it in a post later today of her basically ignoring even one of her mods and her friends. Uh, a mutual of mine, Kells, while Kells was basically trying to tell her to take accountability for basically being racist. I actually have that screen recording, and I'm going to drop it in TikTok later.
Yeah, I mean that'd be great if you can. I'd appreciate that. It's really frustrating because like I really just wish she could be sober for a little bit and then watch some of these back so
Right?
that she can sort of like just recognize because like I don't think she's that stupid. Like I do think like if she saw it, she'd be
No,
able to
she's
see the
very
racism.
smart. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh,
No,
so
I,
do
I
I.
I did not for 1 second pick up that she was dumb at all. She's very smart and very clever.
Which is a deflection. And it's kind of fair because I noticed that like every time someone was calling her out, she could not stop talking. Every time someone was defending her, she had the patience of a saint. It was really interesting seeing how selectively she became sort of like panicky or very reactive, very sort of like ADHD like. And she only seemed to do it when people were attacking her. When people were being friendly, she was just able to listen and let them go. So I do think a lot of the actions they're taking is very strategic, in my opinion, which is frustrating.
Johnny.
And this was the
Jesse,
background.
Jesse, if you would like to come up and talk about what you said about brown people, Jesse,
Um,
This was the background I ran
I'll pop it up.
after I dropped from your live this morning.
Hello.
Hear this.
I'm
Wait
so
for
sorry.
Jesse.
I'm actually
What
in
did you say
Cancun.
about brown people on a beach, Jesse?
Brown people on a beach. I'm a brown person on a beach. I don't know what
Okay.
I said.
Did you mention
Tell
anything
them
about
what
brown?
you said.
uh-uh.
What did you say,
I'm
Jesse?
sorry
Jesse, you
about.
seem to forget a
Oh,
lot of stuff. Like this was literally an
no, no,
hour
no.
and a
You're
half
talking
ago.
about Indians who are pooping on the beach. That's what
Sure, go
you're
on.
referring to,
What
I
are you
think,
saying?
right?
What did you say?
No, it was just something that's in. It happened in Canada multiple
Yeah,
times.
what did you say? I'm just asking you.
Was that there's a lot of evidence.
Indians shitting on the beach is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's become a thing. It's become a thing in Canada.
Okay.
It's
You
not like
used, but no, that's not what you did though. You used it as an example of something. What was that?
I use it as an example. Like it's just not. We don't do this. Like
Canadian culture is indigenous
That's
culture. What
called
the hell are you
xenophobia,
talking about?
Jesse. That's called xenophobia. Hate to tell you.
I'm
What?
South Asian and I'm Indian, so I'm
This
just
is
simply
Tokenizing
So why
speaking.
yourself.
why am
Hold
I
on,
reading
hold on,
Doug
hold on, hold on,
Ford, the mayor of
hold on,
Ontario, stating
hold on.
that
I'm not xenophobic.
hang
I'm
on,
simply just
Jesse,
saying.
Jesse, Jesse, let me finish. Why am I reading an article from Doug Ford saying that there's fake news about Indians pooping on the beach and that there's no verified reports of that?
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've
So
seen.
where is it you understand there's verified reports of Indians who are shitting on the beaches in Canada a lot? Where did you get those verified reports from? And I
Um,
assume it wasn't an isolated incident, right? Because that would be stupid to
it's
bring up.
not. It's not an isolated incident. And again, I'm not trying to make waves or create controversy. It's just something that has been seen and that's been done. It's
Jesse.
Seen
just
and reported how?
in the news, on
Do
social
you
media,
remember what would be the
etc.,
type of
etc.
news you listen to? Where do you get your
Canadian
news from? Which
news.
I understand. Do you have the name of a newspaper or like a TV show?
CBC,
CBC.
CTV,
All right, CBC and CTV.
um,
I'll look right now for defecation. Now back to MST. You brought it up as an example of what, Jesse?
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
You brought it up as an example of what?
Very, again, I just jumped on here. I'm about to get on a plane right now. So, but yes, I brought that up as an example of, um, again, it's not illegal immigrants or anything like that, but there's a lot of mass immigration in Canada. And when you have a mass immigration of anything, like people like
Mass
come.
immigration is not going to result in people shitting on the beach. So I'm confused on. Okay, now I'm about to. So my first
Just give me
point
one
is
second.
to
Just give
my
me one
first
second.
point to say is your identity does not matter within this conversation. You said something that is extremely weird and problematic. If I said something extremely weird and problematic with black people and I'm sitting here as a black ass individual, that my own people are going to sit here and call me anti-black in a heartbeat. They're probably even going to call me another word. So I don't know why this feels as I don't know why you're trying to use your identity as if it's going to somehow absolve you from what you said.
I think like if you're going to say that different cultures have different sanitary levels, I would not disagree with that at all. I think the issue I have is that you literally have the mayor saying, quote unquote, they have no proof people are actually pooping in the park, and that this is gravely harming the reputation and image of the beaches, and that this is all being driven by a couple of rogue social media reports. And so I think like where they're literally saying the town has received no evidence from residents or visitors or the Ontario government to verify that any undesirable, unsanitary behavior has occurred on the beach areas that make up Wasaga Beach Provincial Park. And this is one of a few that I found. It seems as though you're just pushing false propaganda designed to hate on immigrants.
Guys, my parents are immigrants.
Two Feather, you
Why
are
why do you
correct.
keep saying that?
So
Do you
it's
believe that
because
women can be misogynistic or have
Irish,
internalized
you
misogyny?
really, really love to ask loaded questions. Very loaded
It's not a
questions.
loaded. It's wow. Hang
It's
on,
a very
magical. Do you
loaded
believe that women
question.
can have internalized misogyny?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you believe that someone who is of a marginalized community can be conditioned to hate their own community?
of course.
Magical. Do these feel like loaded questions to you?
It's not loaded yet. It's very direct and precise.
Yeah. What the fuck is loaded about that question? Those are really simple questions.
And I would agree with Magica said. Yes, it's possible. People can
Why the
Okay.
hell
So
be
you
why do you
confusing
keep
misogynistic and all
me?
this
saying?
stuff.
So then why do you keep saying
Lord.
I can't hate immigrants because I am an immigrant? Why do you keep saying that?
I didn't say I hate
You did. The
immigrants.
moment I said about immigrants, your response was,
No, you're putting words in my
but.
mouth. I never
Okay,
said
so
I
why
hate
did you bring up that you
anybody.
were an immigrant?
I'm not an immigrant.
You said
My
your family
parents
were
are
immigrants.
my
Yeah,
parents are
why did you
immigrants.
bring that up?
To make you understand
I'm
that
going
I
to jump
don't
in
Understand
the
what?
hate
Discord. I'll see
immigrants.
you all later. You
Thanks,
have
Two
enough.
Feather. Understand what, Jesse?
And I will.
To help you understand that it's just a different perspective. That's all it is.
What does your parents being from a different country have to do with you pushing false reports of Indian?
Question because I'm not pushing false reports. I'm just
Okay,
simply
great. I'll ask the
stating
question differently.
We
What do your
just
parents
debunked the
have to
report
do?
for you.
It
Sorry.
took me 5 seconds. 5 seconds on Google. Literally took me 5 seconds.
that's
But
amazing.
but you're apparently going on lives telling people that Indians are shit. And again, I've been to India. I have my own thoughts, right? And I'm not saying the sanitary levels are the same,
And
but
so the
if you're going to
culture
be
is
saying
different.
something, but if you're going to be saying that they're
Mm.
shitting on beaches, I would like to think you have an actual source for that. And your
Just
response to that
videos.
can't be, well, that's not wrong of me to do that because my parents are immigrant. What does that even mean?
It means nothing. And it's happening. It is what it is. But is it the Canadian culture? No, it's not. Which is not something that I've ever
Fix your
experienced in my
mic.
Your mic
Morning.
is broken, Jesse. We can barely hear
Alexa, shut up.
Sorry, guys. I'm in a lobby.
I don't
No.
know why
Can you
this
guys
thing
hear me
turns
now?
on.
you. Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you better. Go on.
Guys, I'm, I'm just saying that this is something that has happened where we are. I have nothing against anyone, but
Okay,
it's
why
a
did you
part of
bring it
our
up with
culture.
2000?
I brought that up in a different live stream, in a different context about something else.
Why? What was the
It was brought up in the sense of when you have, how do I say this? I was bringing it up in the sense of like mass, when you have, again, I assume everybody here is American on this platform at this point. And
Unfortunately.
No, I'm
no, not
Irish, but
unfortunately, not
continue.
unfortunately. Darling, don't say that. We are
I
who
don't
we
want to
are.
be American. The hell?
Magical. I don't want to be Canadian sometimes, but it is what it is. And then
I don't
as,
That's
think you
why I
want to be an
said
immigrant, to be honest with you.
unfortunately.
yes,
The
yes.
hell?
Um, no, it's just when you live in a country for so many years, and you see the country change in a way that's like this is not where I grew up. The values are lost. The values of
Okay.
love, the values of acceptance, the
Colonization.
values
The
no, the
values of
love,
love and the values of what?
the value of love and the value of people is
Okay,
what
so
I'm talking about.
how have brown people, quote unquote, from what I heard, how have brown people brought a lack of love and um, negative things to Canada?
Hmm.
They haven't. That's not what I'm saying.
You just said, okay. So how did quote unquote brown people change the culture? Since you brought it up because of changing the culture,
Okay.
how is it you're saying quote unquote brown people are changing the culture?
Okay, so the reason I said this is because when you have so many uh, people coming into the country of the same culture and the same religion, et cetera, the same values, again, it's not the same as like, oh, okay, there's a family here, 100,000 people into the country. No,
Do
we
you have a
freaking,
headset in or something?
yeah, I do. I'm in a lobby. I'm so sorry.
I
So I guess Jesse, you might say that they're not sending their best. Am I right?
No, I wouldn't say that because some of the best people I know are not from here. They're not. They're amazing people.
But you're implying that the
you're
existence of these brown people is somehow diminishing your country. You said that.
Um,
a trench.
uh, guys, that's I love again. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like when you have a lot of people coming from one place, they bring their beliefs and their cultures in here, and it's beautiful. But at the same time, you're in another country,
And
and
how do
you should.
those beliefs and cultures um, not agree with Canada or conflict with Canada?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I just give me a few minutes. I'll be downstairs. Okay.
Sure.
Sorry, just talking to my husband. Sorry, can you repeat the question again, please?
Sure. How do Indian values and culture conflict with Canadian culture in a way that is changing Canadian culture for the worst?
Violence, crime. I would
Crime?
say that's probably the hardest part. Yeah.
What were they? Say it again. Sorry, Jesse, what was that?
I don't know if you're trying to talk, but your mic went out. Take it out. Something.
What am I gonna do? Have a better security system. It is what it is.
What the hell?
Wait,
Like,
what? Yeah, Jesse. We didn't hear you.
oh,
Oh Lord.
Oh, is she running? Oh,
all right. Hold on.
So
Can
how
you
does
guys hear
that
me
connect?
now?
Yeah, how is the Canadian culture negatively impacted by the Indian culture?
Yes, the crime rate has definitely gone up. There's a lot of people who kind of, not just Indians, there's a lot of people who came into the country under false pretenses. They're
But
here technically legally.
you were talking about
What am
Indians,
I going to do?
so don't change the topic. You were talking about Indians.
No,
That's what we're
I'm
talking about.
speaking of,
Jesse, I just want to point something
yes.
out. A lot of the things that you're saying are
MAGA talking
vaguely
points.
resemble what Donald Trump says. Just want to point that out to you.
Are you
Yes.
conservative?
And I'm not quite sure where I am anymore. I have
Okay,
Oh
so you're
Lord.
definitely
political
conservative.
views on,
Yep.
yeah, I probably would say I'm a more of a conservative,
Yeah, we're
but I'm
not
not a
Immigrants
MAGA
are
person.
ruining our country. They are taking
I'm
our
not a MAGA
jobs.
person.
They are, bruh.
Guys, listen.
This is what it sounds like. They are eating the dogs. They are eating the
Yeah,
cats.
100%.
They are
No, no,
taking our jobs. They are ruining the value of this country.
there. I'm saying that these are things that have happened in my country, and like, what am I gonna do? I'm one person, and again, I employ lots of immigrants. Pretty much half the company I work for
Oh
is like
Lord, there
mostly
we
immigrants,
go.
and and they're my dearest friends. It's not an immigrant issue.
Your
It's just
employees are your dearest friends?
some of them, yes.
Okay. Jesse, I want to go back to Magical. Magical went up and spent a decent amount of time explaining to Bree why they were racist. Multiple people in the comments validated what Magical said. Why is it once Magical dropped, you turned around and said, well, actually, I've had a great conversation with Bree. Why is it you said, I have not seen any racism in the past 2 hours? Why is it you said that Bree actually corrected you about what you said about immigrants, as if to suggest that she was really good when it came to race? Why did you do that?
Because I just don't know her.
I
She's
know. So
not.
why did you defend her?
Did I defend her?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Absolutely did. I was there.
Okay.
And
No, no,
even
no.
after she
I'm not
blocked me, I
denying.
came in on my alt account and I was in the comments. Don't sit here and act like you didn't see that magical for life.
No, magical. Honestly, I wanted her to stop talking so
Jesse, you
you could
defended
speak
her.
your
I'm asking
voice.
you, why did you? Like, it's a really simple question. It's not a loaded question.
No,
You
it's a simple
defended
question.
Bree. Why did you defend Bree? It's simple.
Out of politeness, I guess. I'm on someone else's live. Like, I
So
don't know
you're being
her.
told someone is a racist, and you decide out of politeness to be nice to the person multiple people are telling you is the
No,
racist?
I honestly wasn't defending Bree. I personally did not
You
actually
literally did.
like her behavior. I think she was a little bit too much,
You
and
quite
she.
literally said, I had a great conversation with her. I think she's a nice, passionate
No,
person. She gets a little
actually,
spunky
magical,
here and there.
You referred to it as a beautiful
magical.
conversation, Jesse. I heard that too.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was a very nice political like conversation about shit. But magical, when you came on and the way she was speaking to you, I didn't like that. And that's why I was like, okay, Bree, stop. Like, just let this lady talk. Like, you may not agree with what she's saying, and you can have your fucking opinion, but let the woman speak. And when you're coming in a very aggressive, attacking manner, it doesn't look good on you. And again, I realized very quickly what I walked into.
But then you also doubled down when you came into this live in the beginning. Because once I was summoned, I was literally watching a marching band video. I was already on TikTok. It took one message for me to realize that you were in here. And the fact that when I came in here and you said verbatim, I don't know if she's racist. I don't know if isn't racist, so on and so forth. After everything, you said that word for word.
Could I interrupt for a second? I'm
Yeah,
so
I did.
Magic.
I
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just have to know: are you a band geek?
a
Oh,
what?
I love HBCU
Oh
bands.
my
I'm like HBCU bands specifically. I love my
I'm a drill
listen.
designer.
Oh, period. I
Okay,
actually
sorry.
used to
I'm
be a
so
part of
sorry.
a
I
step
got
team,
so
so I'm
excited when I
like
heard that, and
given.
please continue. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. I used to be a part of a step team, so I was just like, eh. But
Nice. Great character.
Magical. I'm really glad that you're on here, and I just want to say that I I really, really, really do not like the way that she speaks. I do not like the way that she was speaking to you, and the way that she kind of like overspeaks people without letting them speak. I caught on to it
Why
very
did you?
quick.
Why did you stay up there saying she was a great person and you had a great conversation?
No, 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 no. I just said that the conversation was very nice. It was just a
I
very nice
even
intellectual conversation.
I
We didn't
even
have any
added
like.
you though. I even added you. Oh, sorry,
Jesse,
I
you
had
know
a
what?
burp
Also, I
coming
think
up.
is like really self-centered of you was you had no idea what was going on,
There we go.
and you had the audacity to
I wouldn't say
tell.
that's self-centered. I would say that's ignorance.
No, no, no.
I had no idea.
You were self-centered and selfish. If you stop talking, I'll explain it to you. Because at one point you turned around to Magical and said, "Magical, can you watch your language?" As Magical is calling out someone who was racist to her, and you explained it by saying, "I have a job, and I don't want to get a banana on my account." And I thought that was really weird because, like, your account has nothing to do with your job. You've got a know nothing account, and
I do. I
you
have a
could have
know
just
nothing account.
sorry.
No, you're correct. I have a know nothing. I'm a
Yeah.
nobody.
So
Go
why
ahead.
did you tell? You didn't just tell Magical to watch her language. You told her to watch the language for you to protect your account, which your account would not be affected by what Magical is saying. And more importantly, why would you
I don't
care
think it
about
was
your?
magical. I just had a moderation
It
that
was
showed
me.
up.
It was only. Do you? I mean, there was only one black woman up there. Like, did you forget her? I'm confused.
Yeah.
How do I
I'm sorry.
remember this
Hello.
live so well and you don't remember any of it, Jesse? Because
Hello.
Jesse, you definitely said that to Magical. That's what I mean about the self-centering actions and behaviors you were taking.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? My thing
Sure,
cut out. I didn't.
sure. As
Sorry.
Magical is calling out the racist person who did racist stuff for her, you had the audacity to tell Magical to watch her language because you wanted to protect your account, which you said would be endangered by Magical using aggressive language, and that you had to protect your account because it was necessary for your job. So I'm asking you, that sounds like real
I didn't know
crazy
it was
centering to
magical.
me.
Who? I'm kind of new to this live stream thing.
What's your point?
My point is like I just didn't know, and I wasn't singling out
You
magical
didn't
because she's
know
black.
Magical was literally the only person talking. You literally said Magical. You literally
Yeah, I
addressed
had
Magical
no
by name.
idea. I have
Wait,
no idea why I
but
got
then that
the
begs the
moderation, but
question.
it wasn't like personal.
But then
I I
that
just
begs the
don't know.
question though. I'm sorry, but this begs the question. What? Hold on. Let me get the exact number while I'm saying this. Exactly what job do you have to worry about with 464 followers?
Exactly what I was curious about.
For the sake of anonymity, I'd rather not say.
Oh, you'll have no anonymity by the end of today. Just to be super clear.
Especially when you're new to live streaming. Okay. I really hate it when people play in my face. This is why I'm so tired of being nice to people off rip. I'm so tired of being nice to people off rip because of this type of
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Like Jesse, would you like me to tell you to name your business in like 3 minutes?
Jesse,
No,
also, you may want to
guys.
consider
Whoa,
Bree's
guys.
probably.
I'm not like. I feel like I'm being really attacked right now, and I haven't really.
I mean, you keep
You
saying you're
are.
being attacked. Now
You
you're being
are.
attacked. Now you
I'm
No,
are.
like
holding back.
actually now I feel like I'm being attacked, but
No,
This
no,
is
you were
actually
saying
me holding back.
you were saying you were being attacked by people in the comments who were asking you to stop invalidating Magical, and you literally
Hmm.
interrupted Bree. Do you remember when you felt entitled to interrupt Bree because someone was saying to you that you are invalidating Magical? And then you said that that person was attacking you. That was not an attack. That's again just calling out a liar. Attacking you is letting you know that by the end of the day, I'm going to know what your business is. And since you came onto TikTok as a representative of your business and you announced that you were on that live in connection with your business, then the comments you made about Indians in Canada and the comments you made protecting the white racist woman should be attached to your business, Jesse. I don't think that's attacking. I think that's accountability, respectfully.
Okay, so lesson learned again.
Oh, no, no. The
Lesson
lesson will be
learned.
learned when you wake up tomorrow.
I don't know Bree. Not. I don't know Bree. I just had we had
Now
a
you
political
don't know her.
conversation about shit. No, I really don't. I literally don't know her. I'm
No, I
not.
understand, but she was a very nice white woman who was kind to you.
No,
I mean,
that's
that's
not.
what you said to invalidate Magical calling out her racism.
No, I was nice to you. Damn.
Yes, and magical. I wanted to hear what you had to say. I think everything you said was on point. That's what I'm trying to say is like, yes, some people are a little bit too much and they need to shut their mouths and let other people speak. And she wasn't letting you speak. I'm not Bree's friend. We just had a political, interesting conversation.
No, we understand you're not Bree's friend, which makes it weirder that you defended the white racist woman.
Yeah,
Are you
you're
not
not her
Didn't
tracking?
friend.
know.
We know
What
you're
are
Guys,
you
not
I
her
not
didn't
friend
know.
tracking,
because you're.
Jesse?
We know you're not her friend because you're talking shit behind her back right now.
No, she may be in the chat. I don't care. I don't know you. I don't know her. I don't know. I
Berzaza is here.
Yeah, like I'm
She's
not like
got minions in the chat, and they're probably going to go
For
report back what you
real.
said.
She's
To
here.
everyone in
She's
the
in the
comments,
chat
just to be
though.
clear, Jesse is talking about people from India, the country, to be clear.
Listen, this is
what?
weird,
Wait a minute.
guys.
Hold on. We were talking about magical, and I gaslighted magical in a live stream, and I don't think I did because I actually wanted Bree to shut up and let you speak. And I kept telling her, like, okay, stop. Like, it's a bit too much. And no, I'm not talking shit behind her back
Don't
because I'll
make
say
it
to
no
her
better.
goddamn face. Zero fucks at that point. Zero fucks. If you're going to be racist and you're going to be belligerent and you're going to be disrespectful, I got nothing to say to you. I don't know her and I know none of you guys. I'm a very spiritual person and I think that there's love and the ability to have compassion. But if you're going to be an asshole and you're going to be racist, you're going to be dismissive, you're going to be misogynist, you're going to gaslight, I don't have time and space for people like that.
And
I
yet
don't
you
know
had
her.
time and space for Breed. That's what's confusing.
I just don't, guys, I didn't know. I jumped
I
on a
mean, you were
live.
I
told, you just ignored it. What are you not listening to, Jesse?
Magical, I think you got kicked off and then I
yeah, and I
jumped
got
off.
blocked.
Yeah, and I jumped off not too long afterwards.
No, you didn't.
Oh, look at
I
Bree. Bree, by the way, is saying that you were xenophobic, by the way.
yeah, so
I don't
you
know if you're
didn't
seeing
drop
that,
off.
Jesse. She's saying you are
I
xenophobic.
Bree,
yeah.
listen,
Oh,
So
she just said
again,
she
I
is
had
again.
a very nice conversation with you, but yes, I wanted to say this on the live stream to you. It's not a good look for you to go off the way that you go off. It doesn't look good. It's too much. You're not giving people space to have a conversation. You're getting angry and it's just uncomfortable.
because she's on that shit. I don't know why we can't.
I
She's
don't know
on
what
that
the fuck
shit.
she's on. Not my business, not
Jesse, quote unquote, Jesse was talking about how Jesse didn't like immigrants coming to Canada.
no. That's not what I said. That
Oh,
is
so Bree's
not.
now a
You're
liar.
putting
Oh, weird. Okay.
you're putting words in my mouth. I
Wow.
never said that I don't like
Wait,
immigrants.
wait, wait, wait. How's that putting words in your mouth? I
'Cause I never
quoted Bree, and you just said no. And then I said, so you're calling her a liar. How is that putting words in your mouth, Jesse?
because I did not say that I don't like immigrants coming to Canada.
So
Those
then
words never
she
came out of
is
my mouth.
lying.
Oh Jesus! I'm not even looking at these comments at this point from
She
these
literally,
people.
I
Wow.
just quoted her. Either
I
you're
don't
lying or
know.
she's lying because all I did was say what she said.
Ooh, Simba think we boo boo.
Holy crap.
She said she didn't like that Canada was changing because of the immigrants. Bree's saying this about you right now, Jesse.
She said she didn't like that Canada was changing because of the immigrants.
Hmm.
To some degree, yes, I did say that.
You should have been talking about the white people then and not them.
It's not about the white people. It's not about the
Yes,
white
it
people.
is. It's not about it's about the
Why is
colonizers
it all
here.
the racist conservatives keep defending Bree the past few days? Has anyone else noticed that?
Yeah.
I'm not defending her
Yeah,
at
you
all.
totally did. Yeah, you
I
did.
am not. I am not. I am not defending her. Sorry, Bree. If you're listening, man, I'm not defending you. I think you're a little bit much, and your attitude and your behavior on these live streams gets you in a lot of trouble. I don't know who you are as a person. Hopefully, you're a good person. From the sounds of it, I'm not quite sure. But I'm not defending her. We got on a live stream. We were talking about politics and the change of the country.
Is she for real?
Oh, girl.
Listen, by the way, Irish, you just said something that you're like, why are all these like weird? Listen, she came up on my live and she made that statement
I'm
that she
talking about Lucario,
Oh, what about Lucario?
Oh,
the
yay.
pro-lifer who talks to women like shit, the one who you made a mod.
No
That's
filter. See, I feel
that's
ugly, but whatever.
that's weird to me, Brie. Like Lucario, you knew was a child. You
He
know his.
wasn't a child when he was like coming up on the live, was he?
Are you
You
joking? You
said you knew
admitted
him
it
for
a
2
few
years,
days
right?
ago. You literally said a couple of days ago that you knew he's lying about his age. You knew him while he was a minor for sure.
Yeah.
And so, like, Bree, I want you to like really, really understand what you're admitting to, right? Like, let's be really, really clear.
Let's.
You agree that that Lucario has admitted to lying about their age, correct?
When he was like younger, right? But I think he's
And
of
you
age
admit,
now.
You
that
think.
you have known Lucario for about 2.5 years at least at this point, correct?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Yes,
But I've
right?
always talked shit about him, yeah.
Yep. And you've been in shared spaces with Lucario as of 1.5 to 2 years ago because you
Honestly,
guys
no,
went.
I haven't. No. Okay, let me
Yes, you
clarify
Flurple's
that.
Discord.
One
Flurple's
second.
Discord.
Lurple has been gone for how long?
Exactly.
Not that long.
That's what I just said. Was
I have
you
not
guys
been even. Okay, can
listen
I
to my
explain?
question? Hang on, just listen. I'm not.
Sure.
I've
Okay,
been
listen.
as good faith as I can be.
I
You were in shared spaces with Lucario offline as of about 2 years ago, correct?
You mean in Flurple's Discord? If
At
you mean like
least that.
sharing a space like that, that was the only. Yeah, that was
Great,
basically the only. Yeah.
great. Now you know that Lucario only
So was your
claimed.
girl though. So were a lot of
You
people who you
know,
follow. So
not people I follow.
are you kidding? Do you want me to say names?
Sure, you can say them or message me. I don't care either way.
I'll message you, but you know who I'm talking about. The girl that called me a cunt?
I
Oh,
don't,
I
but
see
I'll
it.
continue. So my question for you is with regard to Lucario, you know that Lucario only said a couple of months ago that, hey, guess what, guys? Now I'm actually 18. So you know that that means that you've known Lucario at most at the age of 16, right? Best case scenario, you've known Lucario since he was 16. Best case scenario. Ignore the comments, Brie, or I'm turning them off.
I'm so sorry. I was reading the comments. Listen.
So you've known Lucario since at least the age of 16, correct?
I guess so. So did you.
And nope, because I never panel Lucario. I don't share.
know. I used to talk.
Yes, you do. And I never was in shared spaces with Lucario because of his age. That's why Lucario hates me, because I would never do that with Lucario.
Okay.
And all I'm saying is, do you not recognize it's inappropriate? And by the way, I am not accusing you of being a Petritio. I'm not accusing you of doing anything like that. Well, you called me a pedo, so let's be really nice
my
about
brother did. He called you perverts.
I have you on I literally, Bree, you don't even remember 5 days ago I showed you the video of you calling me a pedo.
I don't. Honestly, I called you.
Bree, that's what started all of this. You just don't know because I'm not
Here,
fighting, but you
play
were
it.
drunk.
Play
Okay,
it.
I'll play it again. But let me finish the point.
No, play
You've
it. I
never
know I didn't call
seen
you that. Ever since you and I talked, right?
you've
Ever
never
since
seen Lucario's ID, correct?
I've never seen yours either.
Correct, but I've never said I was a minor lying about my age for multiple years, correct? Correct? Lucario did. So you know that Lucario has been lying about being a minor for no less than 2 years. You know that they only recently claimed, "Oh, I turned 18." And Bree, you've never once thought to confirm their age before continuing to talk to them. Do you not
Okay, so
understand
can
how
I respond to
negligent
that
that
for a
is?
second? Can I respond to that for a second?
I'm going to mute the comments because I don't think you can focus. Go on.
No, I'm trying to focus. Thank you for doing that though, because they're so wild. But what I'm trying to say to you is this. So Lucario and I have not like literally talked at all until he came on my live, and that was the first time we had talked in maybe a couple of years. I literally had conversations with him where I told him it's not okay for you to be a part. I'm sorry, part of Discord, and it's not just him, but part of Discord to where there are like people being racist using vile words, and I was like, you're better than that. You know, take it like if I'm your like, because I have 3 younger brothers. You know, take it from your big sister. Like it's not okay. You don't want to be a part of that. That literally, like you, I have some proof of that actually. If I go back to my Discord.
Okay,
And
I'll
that
say
was
it
it. And
again.
ever since then, let me finish, please. And ever since then, I have not had any contact with him until he came up on my live the other day when you were there.
And
That's
you
it. So if you're
and
trying
you
to, you know,
and you have no evidence as to whether he is currently a minor or not, correct?
I also don't have any evidence of you being like anything either. Okay, so I'm not.
Have I don't understand. Okay. Have I ever claimed to be a minor? Ever?
No, but you know what you have shown me, Irish?
But he did claim to be a minor, correct?
Okay, so what do you want to say about that? Like literally, you know, I'm not.
Yes
Like, I'm
or
not
no,
that. I'm not.
Bree?
I'm not, but it's
Well,
the
you need to be quiet for a
negligence.
second.
You're
Like, what
not
are you fucking
listening.
talking
It's
about?
the negligence.
What negligence, Irish? I
You
literally
are still
told this guy,
platforming
don't be a
and
part of
being
this. Don't be a part of that. That's
you
not
are
okay.
still
I have not had
platforming and
any
still
contact with
being
him since, and I think he is
I'm
now.
explaining to you. You are still
What is the
platforming.
problem here? I'm
You
so
are
confused.
plat.
So the
Let
problem
me
is that I'm
finish.
speaking to him, and I let him on my.
Bree, let me explain. The problem is you have taken no effort whatsoever to verify whether or not they are still a minor. Even if you took that effort, I would feel personally deeply uncomfortable being friends with anyone now who I knew was a minor, especially, and I'm not calling you a Petritio, but I would sure as hell never feel comfortable calling them babe and sweetheart. Do you not understand how that's just inappropriate? Not that it's pedophilic, it's inappropriate. You can unmute.
Tell your brother to go away because I know you were talking to him. And also, I don't know who the hell you were talking to, you raggedy. Ooh, you know
Magical.
what? Okay,
I will drop you,
okay.
Magical.
I'm sorry.
Don't
I'm
put me in
sorry.
an awkward situation.
I digress. For now.
So, just for the record, this is Bree calling me a Petritio. Her and Eileen. Wop 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 is obviously from Kendrick Lamar's song. Let's play it again.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. A certified.
P.
But I can tell you some. I can tell you some stories about.
Just like make a false accusation about Eileen and say that she's a pedophile or something. And I was like,
Don't say the word.
you did on him.
You did on him. So, Bree, this is now the second time I've confronted you with
Now
this
I get
same
it. Now I
evidence.
get why you're mad, Irish, and I understand why you're mad.
So you admit that
Okay.
you called me a P. Treatio.
Honestly, no, because I never actually said that, right? What I
You
did
don't
do was
say it
laugh.
on live, but
Okay,
you
stop.
were
Bridget, why is
referring
she
to.
speaking like
Bree,
You
you
were
you
were not
said that
referring.
you
there? You were not a
said,
part of this conversation. I don't know why you're
I'm tired of
including
your
yourself.
thin-lipped ass sitting here
Magzul,
talking to
I
me as
love
if,
you,
oh,
don't cancel me. Bree, you absolutely
Now I know
called
why
me
you're
the...
mad, and now I
Nope.
get it. Okay.
You called me the P word. I don't want you to lie about it. Own it. You called me the P word.
No, I didn't call you the word. I get it. I laughed at someone
No,
saying
no, no, no. We'll watch it again because I'm not going to have you do this. This is bullshit. Now, everyone watch her mouth P, which means pedophile, and then listen to them say, but Bree, you just called Irish that.
Oh. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. A certified. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
okay.
But I can tell you some.
What? I'll play it again because apparently receipts don't mean shit. We'll play it again.
Oh. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I get why you're mad now. I get it. Okay, Irish, I understand.
But I can tell
It
you
continued for 2
Of
minutes.
course, I don't think you're that. Of course, let me
What?
be
What?
very
What are you
clear
talking
right
about?
now.
I don't care. You called me that. You
Okay,
keep
well,
on.
I'm
You
being
hang
very
on,
clear.
but you keep going around telling everyone
I
Irish
don't do
is.
that. I don't do that. I
You
do not
keep
do that.
going around
Can
telling
I share
everyone.
something? Okay, I literally, with Eileen, literally, I was standing up for you. I was telling her not to. I think that happened at a point, which you have to understand. I don't know if you can, but like after being continuously told, and then you called me a racist, right? And I hope you know that I'm not. Like, but anyway, it
You
was like
did something
hours and
racist. You
hours and
did.
hours. I know I may have made some mistakes, but to be honest, can I just like speak for a second, please, Irish?
Yeah, you asked me. I hope you don't think I'm racist, and I just said you definitely did racist things.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. There's so I told you this. There's so much I can learn, and I want to, and there isn't like, of course, I'm not look in myself and how I see myself. I'm not that, but maybe there's a lot I can learn. But now I understand why you're annoyed because of that comment, which
Annoyed,
I didn't even remember. But let me be very fucking clear,
but
Irish.
annoyed.
Hi, let me finish, please. I actually do not think you're a PD30 at
I know you
all. I
don't. I
don't
know
think
you don't. But you no problem going around telling people that I
I
fuck
don't go around telling anyone
Bree,
that. Irish, I
Bree,
want you to know this.
Bree.
Irish, please,
Listen to
please,
me,
please, please
Bree.
listen to me. No, you listen to me just for 1 second.
Go ahead.
Until you called me a racist, until you did that whole live on me and shit, I literally was standing up for you, right? And you know what happened? Eileen even like DM me and she was like, the funny thing is, you were standing up for him because I was. And I promise you, the thing you can count on is Bree being fucking loyal. I literally was until you did that. And then I was like, fuck that guy. You show these ugly pictures of me. And
I
it's
didn't
like,
show those.
you know,
I didn't
as a
show those
woman,
before that.
it hurts though. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to hurt me. Like, I'm not like that one person who sent you nudes and stuff. I'm not her. I'm not going to let this affect me to the point I'm going to, you know, that's not me. But I didn't wake up fucking like feeling, and that's why I turned my filter off, right? It doesn't feel good, you know? And it did bring me down a little bit. And so I'm going to be very honest with you. So I just feel like and I had told you this before, I don't like the way you run your life sometimes, right? Like when it comes to a dude who comes after Mac or any woman, you know, I get it. I will gang up on them too. But like me,
So let's be clear.
like I'm dangerous?
You are anti. When did I call you dangerous?
Sexual violence? Irish.
Correct. What you did was inappropriate.
Okay, 2.5 years ago. Why didn't you do it? It's kind of disingenuous of you. You and I had it.
Yeah. Do you want to know why I did it? You can ask me. Because you had no problem going around faking sexual assault by me by calling me a kitty fucker.
I never ever did that, Irish. If I did that, that was on that live. I swear
I'm
on
sorry,
every single
what is a
thing I love,
pedophile?
on all of my brothers,
What
everyone
is
I
a
love, I never
Petridio?
did that.
What is a
Irish. We
Petridio?
called you that because that's what you come off of. I hear it 5 minutes in, and I'm thinking
That's my brother. It's
you're
not
like Ken Kniff on the internet trying to lure these people's kids into bed with you. Honestly,
say that.
And I think that's probably what you are.
He is
And you're in
not.
here.
He is not. Listen, my brother's getting a little wild. I'm sorry, but he's really annoyed at me
I don't
for
know why you're defending him. He's trying to
because he's
send
not.
pictures to prove that you're pretty. That's
No,
why
I
he put up
know.
those stupid pictures of you.
Yeah, that part's not true.
That is
Yeah.
fucking a pervert, dude. You know that. I don't know why you're.
I mean, you tried to
not
shame
seeing
me.
it.
You tried to shame me, dude. You're trying to embarrass me as an ugly woman.
That's a
I don't think you're an ugly woman.
A 50-year-old? What do you think a 50-year-old wants? He's looking for.
Honestly, you did hurt me. Like that's fine. But listen, I
don't think you're
promise
an
you,
ugly
I
woman.
never
I
went
don't think you're an
around.
ugly woman.
I promise you. Well, those pictures are of an ugly woman. That's why this is no filter, none of that. No, I don't. Shut up, Josh. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this. What I'm trying to say is I promise you, the thing about me that
He's
you
a
need to
kitty
know,
fucker.
he is not. Josh, can you shut up?
He's a kitty fucker.
Why would you say that? I'm so sorry. Hold
Out
on.
loud to me here.
I mean, I don't know.
Can you apologize, Josh, please? You don't know
I
that.
don't want an
Child
apology.
fucker.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry. Josh, you're not. He's like, I want to help you. You're not fucking helping. I don't believe this man is that. This is the thing you need to know about me, Irish, okay? If I laughed like in that video that you showed, right?
You just laughed with your brother.
Because he's being I don't think you're that. Well, how about all the times that I Holy shit. Josh, you're not fucking helping me here, dude. You're not fucking helping me. Have I ever told you he is?
She doesn't think you're always a kitty fucker.
Oh my god.
So, Josh, when am I exactly?
You're not.
You're hunting when you're not hunting.
You don't know anything about him, Josh. Can you stop doing that?
I could hear it from there. Patterns, dear, patterns.
Why are you doing?
Does Josh have experience with pedophiles?
No, he doesn't. Anyway, can we just keep this between? I thought we were kind of getting somewhere. Listen, here's the thing.
I can't control your brother. Only you
can.
I can't control your brother. Only
you can control her.
No, I mean those ugly pictures. Look at the pictures he has of me, though. Like, come on. Anyway, it's okay.
Because he needs you to call back in and say no. Prove that I'm proving to you that I'm pretty. That's a dumb dipshit.
See, and that's how he puts me down.
You think he doesn't? He doesn't.
Yeah, your brother's horrible to you. Your brother's a horrible person to you.
He's not a horrible person.
Yeah, because I'm the pervert on the internet trying to do that.
He's not a fucking pervert. Oh my god, I'm dead. Hold on, Josh, shut the fuck up. Also, Irish, can I just say something to you?
All I gotta say is keep your kids away from them, girls, if you meet them. This guy you're platforming.
He's gonna go to work soon. Sorry.
You know, like adults with a fucking job.
You only go to work, like, you know,
Your filter is glitching, Bree. You may want to back up a bit.
Is it? Because I have no filter on. What are you talking about? I have no filter on.
Was he judging you again?
He is, apparently.
I'm not judging you.
You want to see me with a filter? Here it is.
Turn on the camera.
That's
fucker.
me with
Why
a
don't
filter.
you turn on the camera?
Bree, I'm just letting you know. I'm not mocking you
Then
at all.
here it is without a filter. I'm only doing this for you, Irish. But also, yeah, why
didn't
are
ask
you
you to do
talking
this.
about me? Like, can you turn your camera? What?
His stick wins.
Sorry,
His
Bree.
stick does win. He's not wrong. His stick does win. You sit
Bree,
there and talk
Bree.
about people and how they look. Meanwhile,
Bree.
you don't have to like,
Bree, I never went around telling people I looked like some beautiful person. I've never done that, ever.
You're also not a woman, though.
Okay, and?
I think. But that's okay. But no, you're right. You're absolutely right. But also, I never went around telling anyone that you are anything.
I literally just showed
never.
you a
I
video.
swear to God, my brother is being
He went to
wild
law
right
school,
now.
right? He's smart enough to know you don't have
I
to.
literally
He's a
just
very
showed
good
you a
lawyer.
video of you calling me a Petritio, and your brother's calling me a Petritio.
My brother's calling me that?
No.
Or calling you that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear both of you at the same time. But I did also tell my brother that you did go to law school and you are a lawyer and you're very smart. So what did you just say, Josh? Hold on one second.
Don't
Hold
know
on.
why that's relevant.
1 second. Go ahead. What'd you say about him? That
I'm
he went
saying
to law school?
he's an old man. He knows that it's more powerful to say to somebody you're ugly than it is to say you're beautiful. It's the only thing that matters.
Anyway, I got a violation warning, so I gotta go. But I just wanted to tell you
I'll restart and you can rejoin. I'm happy
that's
to do
if
that.
it's just you and I, that's fine.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, Katie, it's only myself and yeah, Katie's Adams. I agree. And unfortunately, I am usually just overly, I don't know, I allow a lot of excuses to be made, but the brother is something else. I don't think it's a very. Why is everyone saying it was insanely? I might have to bring Ash. I'm waiting for someone else to join. I'm sorry, I can't bring you up yet. I'm waiting for. What is it people were most upset about in regard to the interaction we just saw? I'm just checking to see did she arrive back. All right, has anyone else seen if she's come back? Ash, I can't bring you up. I'm waiting for Breeze to come back. Oh, not related. Oh, 2 seconds. All right. Go ahead. Shoot. Quick. What's up?
Okay, take me out of purgatory. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, okay. Bye. All right. Katie keeps requesting. All right, Brizaza. Here we go.
Yeah, just give me a second. Okay, by the way, I had a discussion with my brother. He was just trying to talk shit, right? Because, that's it. Because you're talking shit to me. That's all. Like he
When you
didn't
say
like
I'm talking shit to you, what have I? What's the shit I've talked to you?
listen, it doesn't matter. He's just a younger brother, whatever. My point is,
Wait,
I
what? It's a
literally have
serious
never
question.
gone
It's a
around saying anything about you. Okay. I really haven't.
it's
I
a serious
truly did. That's why
question.
I leave you
What?
in.
It's a serious question. What shit have I gone around saying about you that is untrue?
Hon, look at the pictures you're showing about me.
Okay.
That I'm ugly, that I do
Where have I
sexual
ever said
things,
you're ugly?
that I do. Well, those pictures say it all. Like you just took like screenshots of my worst, like, come on.
Those are you without a filter.
Yeah, the worst. No, 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 no. This is me without. What are you
Okay,
fucking talking about, though?
Bree.
This is me without it, okay?
Bree,
Hang on.
Bree? Are you telling
Those are
people?
just worse. Those are like, look, anyone, you can like take a bad shot from here. Like, of course that can happen,
Bree,
okay?
are you okay? Are you telling? That's not what I'm trying to do. Hang on. Are you telling people that I'm faking the screenshots or something?
No, I'm saying you just took screenshots of me that are like my worst, like, like camera shots.
And they had intent. That was.
And there's intent. That's what he's saying. There's intent. And the intent there was to
They were malicious.
malicious. It's to be mean. You know that. And I understand why you would do that. And I get it. And I get it. I get it. So right now,
No,
like, I understand why you might do that. But
that's
like,
not.
look at that first picture of mine. Like obviously, like, I don't, this isn't what let me just say something. But I understand if you did that because you thought I'm going around based on the recording that you showed, right? But I swear to you, can I just be clear? I swear to you, like Eileen even sent me a message saying like you were standing up for Irish and all of a sudden we both became the problem. I think that happened. God, hold on one second. That bacon is disgusting. Sorry, I can't stand the smell of bacon. But anyway, so if you did actually think that, I go around talking about you like that, I don't. I really don't. Like, if you come up, I'm like, we're cool. That's what I always thought we were. That's why I sent you that DM. I don't know if you saw it.
I'm genuinely not tracking, to be very honest with you.
Okay.
Like, what exactly? You're saying you didn't do the video that I just showed you did.
What? No. I'm saying that I don't go around. I think your impression after seeing that, okay, was that I go around saying, oh, yeah, he's that. But it wasn't that. Me saying that at that time was because you had called me a racist. And I was,
So hang
that was
on.
hours and hours into it.
Do you believe that you are anti-racism?
I am anti-racism, yeah.
Okay. If a black woman is telling me, Irish, that someone did something that's racist, do you think that I should argue with that black woman, or do you think that
Of
I should
course not.
agree with that
Of
black woman?
course not. You have to understand this. No, of
Okay,
course not.
so hang on. So hang on.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is me agreeing with multiple black women calling you racist, where I didn't say they're wrong. You're saying that that was wrong of me. Should I
No.
have told all those black people that they're wrong?
Well, if you're cool and if you do actually know me and you know what my platform is actually about, you would know that I am very intolerant of intolerance. That's the whole thing I'm about. Who is this person, Katie, saying you're lying? What are they? What am I lying about? Anyway,
No. What did I do? I'm trying to understand what is it you
what
think
did
I've
I
done that
do,
is unfair?
Irish, that you posted this shit about me, bro? Like, I don't know what
Bree,
I did. That was more
Bree,
than the two.
Bree, I'll explain it, but you gotta listen. Okay?
Wait, huh?
Okay. You went around telling
What is?
people.
Hold on, wait. Do you see what Bunster's saying? Like, is she talking about my OCD? Me when I pull my hair out.
Bree,
Thank you for doing that.
Bree, you went around telling people that Irish fucks kids.
I did not do that. That's what I was trying to say. I
Bree,
swear on
what is
everything
a
I love, I never did that.
Petritio? What is a Petritio, Bree?
Oh my goodness.
Bree, what's a Petritio?
Listen, that's what they are, but I swear to God, I did not go around saying any of that. I know you have that recording of me laughing, but I'm trying to explain it to you, okay? That by the way, I do have to get to work soon. Like by 7, okay? I'm just saying. Uh I did laugh at someone saying that, but that's after you called me a racist and all that. I swear on
No,
everything. My
it's
sister's
not.
laughing here. I swear on everything I love. I swear I never went around saying that you're that. Listen, I'm going to say it very loud and clear. Irish is not that person. I've
Izaga,
actually
stop
been on
saying
Irish.
I'm
Can I
not.
just
Stop.
finish?
Listen to me. You agree that if black people are saying that you're racist, it would be wrong of me as a white person
Of course I would be.
to tell them they're wrong, right?
Absolutely.
Did you even see my live? No, correct? You didn't see the live I held after your live. What I held was a
Where you were
debrief. Yep, after your live, I held a debriefing live where people were able to calm down. I didn't have a backdrop up that said Bree is a racist. I didn't have a backdrop up that said that. I held a live where people were able to slow down and relax after a pretty fucked up live on your part. And you now are
you know
claiming
what?
that I went around calling you a racist.
You said it.
I think, no. Ask me right now, because I've already answered the question to you.
Do you think I'm a racist?
Did you do multiple racist things? Absolutely, you did.
Okay, what makes it a racist thing? If I kicked Brussels, like I
That's
honestly,
not what happened. You keep saying that's what happened. That's not what happened. It's been explained to you. Magical explained it to you.
no.
Brussels
He
explained it to
said
you.
I
They did.
treated black women differently.
Yep. Nope. You didn't hear the key part.
Okay, tell me
Nobody
the key part.
said you just dropped Brussels. Nobody said that.
I have to get
Nobody said
ready.
that.
So excuse me while I'm getting ready because I do have to have like a Zoom
Sure. What
meeting.
happened was Brussels had someone do a microaggression against her. One of your friends. And all Brussels
I
did was
can't be responsible for other people, Irish. I hope you know that. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I have to get ready for a meeting. Yeah.
great. Can you let me finish?
Yeah.
One of your mods committed a microaggression against Brussels. Brussels corrected her and said, don't do that. The white woman said, I didn't do anything. That's not a microaggression. Defended herself.
Are you sure she's white, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, then who was it? Do you remember?
And then you interrupted Brussels,
Oh my god.
and then you dropped Brussels as she was trying to
God
correct the
forbid.
racist. You didn't just drop a black woman, not knowing she was black. The
You're
black woman
making
was
me fuck
defending.
up my eyebrow. Listen, that's not how I remember shit. I kicked her
You didn't
because I
remember calling me a
remember this whole.
Petridio.
What?
You didn't
Listen,
remember
I'm gonna
calling me
be
a
very
Petridio.
fucking clear. I'm gonna be so clear in case I was
Why are you getting so
ever
defensive?
unclear. I just want to say this. I
When am I
do not
shouting at
think
you?
you're a
Am I
P.
shouting at you right now? Why are you
Well, I'm
shouting at
trying to
me?
say something.
Why
I'm
are you
trying
shouting
to.
at me?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to say something. Okay.
So you can
I'm
say it.
trying to say that. I'm trying to say that Irish is not a PT. P.
I didn't ask you about that. Your opinion on that doesn't matter to me.
Okay then. But I don't think that. I never would have. By the way, I just wanted to say something about it, if that's okay, for a second. Besides my brother being a fucking dick, because he is that. I want to say this. My initial like friendship with Irish had to do with the fact that he stood up for women's rights. The same way that I was standing up for another guy, right? I appreciate men that do that. Because I do think we need
You
allies in that.
appreciate them too much, but go on.
He's just being a dick, my brother. Hold on. Okay, maybe I appreciate them too much. You're right. I don't think that you are at
I didn't
all
ask you. I didn't
someone.
ask you.
Okay. I'm saying it, if that's okay with you. I don't think that you are that at all. I don't think at all. I did see that video where I was laughing. I think
Why
that
did you go
happens
around telling
because
people I was a pedophile?
I never went around telling people that.
Did you
You
call me
saw
the
it on a
P word
live. You
after
saw
someone
that
was
on a live, and but I swear to you, I never went around telling people anything.
great? So you did it one time. So why did you tell people I
I
was a
did it
pedophile?
on a live after
Why?
you called me racist and
It was
shit.
not after that. It was before that.
I can't prove that. Can you?
Yep, I can. The comments. The comments are all about Bobby. They had nothing to do with racism. Mac was in there trying to call out Eileen. Had nothing to do with me.
Which, by the way, this is the thing that I'm
No,
trying
no,
to.
no, stop. Listen. It had nothing to do with racism. This was Mac, who was sexually harassed by Bobby, trying to call out Eileen, and Eileen muted her as she was trying to call out the fact that she'd been sexually harassed. Mac said in the comments, Bree,
Well,
why are you letting a
I
mod
saw
do
how
that?
fucking Matt came after me.
Great, so you agree it had nothing to do
So
with racism, correct?
what?
Do
Sorry,
you
what?
agree this had nothing to do with racism? There was no racism talk about it at the time. This was before all that, Bree.
Irish, it's getting very convoluted. I just want to say
Bree,
this.
I'll say it again. This happened before all the discussion about racism.
These eyebrows are not
Do
looking
you hear
good.
what I just
Okay,
said?
whatever. Yes, it happened
So then
before.
I'll ask you again, why did you go around saying that?
I didn't go around anything. I just said it on a live and you
Why?
heard it. You can play it again. I was literally just laughing it
Why?
off
Why did you say it?
because you were being a dick to me and I wanted to be a
How?
bitch
How
to
was I
you.
being a dick to you?
Because you called me a fucking racist and you had like.
Nope, I didn't. This happened before that, Bree. Are you not listening? You said this
Listening. I don't
before
know how to
that.
prove that. I don't know how to prove that you're right or wrong. Listen, can I just say this? This is the thing. My feelings about things are just this. I thought you and I were Gucci. I thought we're cool.
Do you normally call people you think you're cool with? Do you normally call them pedophiles who fuck kids? Do you normally do that?
Did I actually, in those words, say that?
What does a pedophile do?
I didn't say you're a pedophile.
You literally said I'm a pedophile. How are you denying an actual tape that I just played?
Now I
I'll
get
play it.
why you're being the way you're being. No, I didn't.
I'll
I
play it
laughed
again.
at it at some point, and I think at that point, in my opinion, it was because you are already calling me a bitch. That's how I interpret that.
Yeah. Even like, oh,
Because you had already called me a bitch before.
that's what it is. A certified. Uh huh. Mm hmm.
I know, shit. I should not have said that. I'm sorry. I
No, no,
should
no,
not
no,
have said
no.
that. I think that's because that's
You
not
said
the
you didn't
same.
say it though.
No.
So what are you calling me? What is that? What is that calling me?
All right, Irish. Here's the thing.
What is that calling me,
You,
Bree? Bree,
Irish.
answer that
Listen,
question. What is that calling me?
that's not great. I'm sorry that I did that.
What
Can I?
is it calling me? Answer my question.
It's
What is it you're
completely
calling me?
without
Great.
saying it. But yeah,
So you called me a pedophile, correct?
I'm sorry. That's
And a
not.
pedophile does what,
Oh my
Bree?
gosh. Drive safe. Drive safe. Sorry. Um. Can I
Ask your
just tell
brother,
you?
what does a pedophile do, Bree?
He's gone. But listen, listen,
What
listen.
does a
I
pedophile
literally,
do,
I already
Bree?
told you I have a meeting at like
Bree, I'll
7.
ask you again. What does a pedophile do?
Dude, you know what it does. Stop. Can we just have a
Why
conversation?
don't you say it out loud since you were happy to say it on your live? What is it you
You
told
were
people I do?
there. I think. Oh my god, this
Bree,
is
let
what
me
you
Bree,
do.
let me ask you this. You went to law school. Do you want to tell everyone what defamation per se is?
Hmm?
Do you know what defamation per se is? Do you know what
It's a
that
tort,
is?
right? Is it a tort? Is it a tort?
Yeah, it's a tort. Do you want to explain to people what defamation per
I
se is?
so great at torts. I think it's where you say something untrue about someone.
That's defamation. I think everyone knows what defamation is. What's defamation per se?
I don't know.
Great. It's when you say something that is so egregiously untrue and so egregiously harmful that you don't have to prove damages. The
Oh.
central case on defamation per se is someone calling someone pedophile, which means when someone calls you a pedophile, you do not have to prove damages in order to sue them in court. Damages are assumed
So it's
because
kind of
what you're
like,
calling them is so egregious.
okay, all right, yeah. I feel like this is why I got a C plus in torts. Um,
This is why you're not a practicing lawyer, I would say, is probably better said.
maybe, yeah. Are you?
I've retired. Remember I said that?
I don't remember that actually, but that's okay. Listen, law is not. It's a lot, right? It's a lot of stress.
Great. So I'll explain
But
to
I
you.
did actually practice for a while after law school, but that's
No,
okay.
no, you did not because you didn't take the bar, remember?
No, no, I did in clinic, right? So I did.
Okay, so you didn't practice law. You can't practice law
I
without
was a
passing the.
student
You
lawyer.
agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand a lawyer just means you passed your law school. It doesn't mean you're
Mid JD, but
able to
did.
practice, right?
I did. I don't know. In Portland, anyway, you
I'm
can do
sorry.
that practice.
Do you really want to say right now that you engaged in the unauthorized practice of law, Bree? Do you want to say that on
No, what
camera?
I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying is, I was a student lawyer in Oregon.
What
You
the
could do
fuck's a
that
student lawyer?
in
You
Oregon. You
mean a
could.
non-lawyer?
Well, you can represent clients like in clinic and stuff.
You understand? You can do that as a non-lawyer. You can do that pro se, right? You understand that?
No, I'm saying in Oregon, dude. I worked at a clinic where I did
You'd
tax.
never practice as a lawyer. I just need to be super clear with you.
No, of course not. Not as a lawyer.
Great. So stop pretending you did.
I just said
You
okay.
said a moment ago you did practice as a lawyer. It took me about 2 minutes
As
to
a
get you.
student lawyer, are you fucking
So as
dead?
a non-lawyer.
Yeah, as a student lawyer.
Great. As a non-lawyer.
Yeah, and I didn't like it. That's why I didn't do it.
I'm sure that's why it was. So again, now do
Why
you
do you think it
realize
was? Why do you
now do
think
you
it
realize that you called me a Petritio?
was? Okay, I
Do you
never
now
called.
understand why it is I brought up the
You're
catfishing?
so obnoxious, like literally Irish.
How am I
Bro,
obnoxious?
let me fucking just say something to you.
Sure.
I have over and over. Look, you have these ugly ass pictures and images of me, right? And I'm.
You called me a kitty
Here's the thing.
fucker.
Now I get why you did that. I
Yeah,
never.
because hang on.
Can I finish?
Hang on. No, you've talked over me. Listen to me. You told people that I fuck kids. So what I decided to do in response was to highlight the actual sexual abuse that you engaged in. The very real sexual abuse. The very real sexual violation you engaged in. where you stole the bodies of other women and you then sent them to men in order to procure sexual favors from them men. And those men included me, Bree. The only difference is that when you sent me photos, I knew you were a catfish, so I didn't bite. So why are you so butthurt that I'm calling out the fact that you actually engaged in a sexual violation, that you actually engaged in sexual abuse, while you're going around telling people that I'm a kitty fucker? Seems a little, I don't know, two-faced? Kind of like a weird double standard.
Did you mute me? Did you mute me?
Do you want to respond?
Wait, I didn't hear you. Did you mute me?
You didn't hear me. Do you want me to say it again?
Oh, sure, you'd love to hear yourself speak, so go ahead. But I just hope you don't
The
mind.
irony.
Listen, here's the thing that I want to say to you. I literally did not go around. You did get that clip, and that's the only time. But I think that happened after. I think
It did not.
because I know who I am. I know who I am, and I know. Okay, you're saying it did not. That's fine. But
You've platformed your friend calling me a pedophile as well on your live. What are you talking about?
listen, I thought the reason why you were upset was because I didn't agree with you and Mac about Eileen.
That's because you wouldn't listen.
But your
We've
point is that if I did listen,
Bree,
then
Bree,
I would
listen to
be
me
like,
right
oh my
now.
God, I agree.
Bree, the clip I just showed you, listen to me very carefully.
I gotta get rid of
We
that.
showed it to you 5 days ago. You just don't remember. We showed it to you 5 days ago.
Irish, there are, listen.
Did you just hear what I just said, Bree? I
Mhm.
showed you that clip 5 days ago, but you were too drunk. You didn't remember it.
Don't say, literally, like, I have not been drinking at that. I mean, okay, fine.
Bizaza, you were drunk.
Okay. I
Bree,
really have to be getting ready right now, huh? I have a meeting in like 20 minutes.
okay.
I'll talk to you until then, but just like, I need to also just be chill, okay? I have a very important meeting.
Okay. You
I
keep saying that you weren't drinking and you weren't drunk,
listen, I just want to tell
but
you
you were
that.
but we all know what you do with those cans. We know you're topping them off.
What cans? They're Dr. Pepper cans. By the way, I don't drink beer. Okay, can I
I
just
know you don't drink beer. You drink Stoli.
I do drink solely.
Yeah, I know, because the night you were drunk and you said you had no alcohol anywhere near you, you tipped the camera down and it showed that you had a bottle of Stoli. And
Yeah,
then you had
no, I
another
do.
clip of you
After the
pouring the
day was
Stoli
over.
into the can.
I don't pour it into the can. That's not what I do
You
at
poured it
all.
into something else. You tipped it in. You topped it off. We saw you do it on the camera,
In a
but you were
shot
too
glass.
drunk to remember.
In a shot glass.
Correct.
Okay.
Why are you going
That was
on
late at
TikTok
night.
drunk?
That was late at night
Bree, listen
because
to me. I'm saying this genuinely from a place of humanity.
are you?
Why are you getting drunk on TikTok and engaging in abusive behavior and then telling everyone nothing happened because I don't remember it?
Are you insane for now? Are you kidding me? Abusive behavior? Listen,
You're
I'll explain
calling
it in a
people
couple of parts.
pedophiles. You called Ken a turf. You said Wasabi was a Zionist.
No,
You
I
said all
didn't.
this
No, I
wild
didn't call
shit.
her that. I didn't call. No, I said Wasabi's is a fool because she wanted to censor Jill Stein.
Wasabi has always voted for Harris. Wasabi's in my Discord server. Wasabi's been literally campaigning for Harris for
He
months. You mixed
literally
her up with
told
someone
me. Are
else.
you
You
kidding?
mixed her up
He
with someone
literally
else.
fucking told me. Maybe I am mixing her up
You
with someone
mixed
else. I don't
her
know.
up with someone else and you made a false allegation against her in order to defame her. Just like you called Ken a turf to defame her. Just
I
like you called me a
apologize for that.
pedo because you were bored? I'm not sure. But you get drunk on TikTok and then you make these wild accusations against people. And then when you have people come to you the next
Okay.
morning and say that was fucked up, you claim that you're being victimized and attacked.
I don't want that to the story of me. I will say this, okay?
That's
By
not
the
the
way,
story of you. That is you.
can
And
I
you
just
don't
say
have to be
something?
that, but that is you.
Can I say something?
Sure.
So I think maybe there is something that I need to like be accountable for. And by the way, they were like, "Oh my God, you're okay with Irish." Okay, I'm just going to do this. Okay, so here's the thing. Um, from my understanding about Wasabi, that was completely different. Okay, how do I do this? One sec. So I really do have to get going soon.
That is not her. Stop saying that. I know what Wasabi's politics are. Wasabi has never said vote for Jill Stein. I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. Sorry, I gotta get ready. Okay, so anyway, I just want to say this to you. I need fucking shit. I'm sorry. I have a. Okay, I have like what? How many? At 7 o'clock. So
Bree, you're not in a good fucking place.
I know, but I have this meeting I have to do. So please, I can. This meeting will take.
That's fine. It doesn't change the fact that you're not in a good place. And you keep
What do you
doing this
mean? I'm
over
in
and over again. You keep getting drunk on lives, engaging in
at
abusive
night. At
behavior.
night. Irish, listen to me. At night.
Did you go to
Yes,
sleep
sir.
last night?
Sometimes I do.
You've been up the entire night.
Honestly, no. No, I
You've been up
didn't.
the entire night. You do this
I mean,
every
I
goddamn
slept.
time.
No, but I did sleep like from like I fell asleep like in the evening until like 9 or 10. Yeah, my sleep has been off. But anyway, I do have an important meeting coming up in like less than whatever. But I would love to. Fuck, and I look a disaster. I just wanted to say this that yeah, at night sometimes I do drink, of course. I work really hard. I'm trying to do. I shouldn't even say it. I am sorry. I am sorry.
You have no idea what you're
For
sorry for.
I'm going to tell you what I'm sorry for. I am very sorry for even implicating that. Like, when I was in that thing you showed, the video of me.
Implicating, you called me a kitty fucker. You didn't implicate, you called me a pedophile.
I'm sorry.
I don't care about apologies. What I care about
Don't
is
think
you
of that.
admitting, and I don't even care what you did to me. The
Okay.
way that you've completely negated what people have said to you multiple times. I get that you don't like them, but what Ken has said to you is true. What
What?
Brussels has said to you is true. What Magical has said to you is true. And
It's
you
not.
keep telling them that's not possible. You're lying. But you called me a liar an hour ago, and now you seem to be like, all right, maybe he's not lying. If you listened to them and you listened to them, you'd maybe realize that you engaged in some racist fucking conduct.
Hmm.
And I
Oh my.
can't speak for them, but I would take a wild guess that had you been able to say, you know what? I was racist. I fucked up. I should. I'm embarrassed by what I did. I will try not to do it again. I don't think we'd be where we are right now.
What
But
do you
you
want me to
keep
say?
saying,
Can you say that again?
you want to know what I actually want?
No. Can you
Bree,
say what you just said,
sure.
please?
Bree, I want you, after you go to the meeting, because let's just say I think you may, and don't get all fucking defensive. Let's just say I think you're a little tipsy. All right? Let's
Not
just
at
say
all.
that. Great. So after the meeting, you come back and you can join the live because hopefully you'll be in a better
I'm
place of
not going to
listening.
join your life. If it's just you and I, we can do that. But
Just
no.
you and I. You can join my live after you finish the meeting, and I can show you what it is you did to them, and then you can
And
maybe
what's the
take some
goal?
actual accountability.
And then what's the goal? What's the goal there? Are you going to say that Brie is racist?
I don't get to say if you're racist or not,
Dude, I
but
gotta
I'm
do
not
my.
going to
Hold on.
invalidate the fact that you absolutely did
Hold
racist things
on.
over and over and over again.
I need to get
You
my
didn't use the
eyeliner.
N word. No one's
I
saying
never
you
did.
used it.
What?
No one's saying you used the N word. But you understand that you can engage in racist conduct without using the N word, Bree.
Of course, I get that.
But you don't seem to get it. Because for some reason, When
My
someone says you did
God,
something
and that's
racist,
the
you freak
fucking
out at them.
problem, Iris. Let me do my other eye, but are you fucking for real? So I can't, like, what? Either you can, like, understand. Listen, Irish, at the end of the day, you seem to think that I went around telling people that, and this is what I want to tell you. I never fucking did. If I said it in that live and it was recorded, that's it. Like, I'm not that kind of, like, a sneaky person at all. At
That
all.
seems pretty sneaky.
I'm
Like, I
not
don't know what to tell you.
I'm really not. Like, I will show you how I am. You know what I mean? Like, I do. Anyway, I do have to go to this. And my brother was
Sure.
just a dick, but like,
I mean,
shit,
look,
this
here's the
eyeliner.
thing. If you give a shit about sexual violence, you don't go around making a joke of it, is all I would say. When is it how long is your meeting?
Fuck. If I do it well. Oh my god, what time is it? 6:47. Fuck. It's a seven. How many minutes do I have?
I don't know. I have a grapist that I'm debating at 10 a.m. your time.
I don't. Well, listen.
Are you going to be back before 10 a.m. or is it going to be after 10 a.m.?
It just depends on how well the conversation goes. Okay, but I feel like this is a fucking mess. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go. Okay. I'm gonna say bye. Finish this shit off.
Sure.
What should I do? Should I DM you
I'll
or?
drop you. You can DM me and let me know what time you want to talk, and I will happily continue doing this one-on-one.
Okay, and by the way, I want everyone listening to know that I do not think this person, Irish.
Nobody, it doesn't, you can't say that on one live and then come in here and say different. I'm going to drop you. You go to work.
Bye.
You could DM me. The thing that I feel, the thing I feel worse about, I don't even know how to say that. The thing I feel worse about is to be the person who's like getting true, but like it's frustrating that I've seen Brussels, Ken, Magical try to do the exact same thing over and over and over again. And was there like something that was being listened to when I was talking? Yeah, 100,000% there was. Bree, that's facts. Bree, that is facts. Yeah, so Bree, like, you can message me afterwards, Bree. And if people want me to continue having a live, but I'm going to kind of defer to them. No, get out of here. Bree, I'm going to block you so you can go to your meeting, Bree. Like, it's so, like, how bad does Wasabi, Brussels, Magical, and Ken feel seeing her listen to me? Like, that I feel shitty about. Because of their stories or their trauma or their bad things. Yeah. And I don't think that like giving that pass is acceptable at this point. It's just not. Like there's too many people who keep on getting, turn true to ringer. And she's like, Pat. Let me just find a different one. All right, I'll do the preview for later. The person who I'm talking to at 10 a.m. that women who have sex are not allowed to revoke consent. Not even kidding. I don't know if I'll actually talk to them, but they said their lawyer's going to be there. Oh, Z, I saw you doing God's work. Thank you for that, Z. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the background a little bit too much? My bad. For anyone curious, what's up, Mac? For anyone curious who doesn't know this drama, Donk is on the right, and in the bottom doing the straight arm salutes, that's also Donk. Oh, so if you're asking why'd I back off Artemis, if you look at the list of names on the bottom, Artemis is listed with a little red line that says Artemis admitted Dunk is a liar. Hawk, what's up? I saw you in the request.
Hi, this is Auntie Feather.
Oh, hey, what's going on? How can I help you?
Um, so, fun fact, if Bree's still in here, I don't know if she is or not, but, you know, it's really good when our words speak actions, right?
Period. Stop protecting bad behavior. You're Bree, not the I talked to you tonight. Wait, please. Please give me a minute, Ken. Bree, I talked to you tonight. I told you, if you want to fix this, if you really want to fix this, if you want to fix this with people in the community, you need to be able to address the microaggression and have the tough conversations. You need to be able to listen from a place of growth. You need to be able to listen from a place. Yes, and I want you to show them that. So let's stop with like even the microaggressions now. Like they need to stop. We need to work together to understand how to be better. We want to all be better, yeah? I do. Then that's the point. Is it okay that we Jax, we need to accept the responsibility for when we were wrong? Why are you interrupting Kel? Jax, if you want to come, yeah, you see, I don't just interrupt. Yeah. So Jax, Hunt, if you want to come back up, please request. It is bullying. It fucking is bullying. Kelly, I mean, I'm not bullying you. I had this conversation with you off this platform, off this live. I'm coming with you like straight, the same shit that I said to you on that phone call. I'm saying it now. We have to go through, like, tough conversations do need to happen. If you are being if you're microaggressing against a group of people, you need to understand and grow from that. And the only way you're going to understand and grow from that is if the people that are being microaggressed are pointing it out and giving you that information. And yeah, it's going to be a hard, jagged pill to swallow, but be willing to swallow it because that is the only way we grow from it. I know, but you also told me that, okay, Bree, like, show them. But anyway, that's okay. I see you on this panel, and I see you trying to have a conversation, but you also have bad actors up here with you. Like, Lucy's not trying to protect you. I need to point something out, though. Kel, have you noticed that she's intently listening to you? Yeah, I do. Have you noticed that she's intently listened to every single white woman that's come up and spoken to her? You have not intently listened to any person who has tried to call you out, or you're interrupting me right now. You're interrupting me right now, and I'm a person of color, and you're interrupting me right now as I'm pointing out that you've only listened to white women. If you're actually trying to take accountability for something, take accountability for it. Stop letting other white women up to converse with, and listen to Ken about what you need to take accountability for. This is just, it's looking more and more like you're one, holding this live simply for attention, right? And two, like you're just sitting here trying to converse and have more, you're waiting for more people to come up and defend you before you even try to take accountability for things. And you're only listening to white women. Like, you're making things really bad for you in the community. Like, this is not good. You're also making faces indicative of you still not listening. I mean, this is just like white fragility and white entitlement. This is white fragility. Are you aware of what white fragility means? I do, but what I actually find is this kind of you never listen to. Can I speak now? She didn't finish talking.
So let's stop that.
Do I need never got to finish?
Yeah, let's stop there for a moment. And Hawk, I'm not as familiar with you. What are your pronouns and can you confirm you're 19 plus?
She, her, I am 43.
Okay.
Everybody knows me as Auntie Feather. I'm also known as Two Feather.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think it is abundantly clear
Yeah.
that Bree. So this is something I want to address very quickly. Some people in the comments it's really interesting how some people were saying, "Oh my God, Irish wasn't coddling her at all," and then other people who've seen me before were like, "Oh my God, why is Irish coddling her?" Just for everyone, so you all know, this is like round 4. And there's at least been one or two lives where I lit into Bree the way you guys would expect me to. I'm just trying as many different ways to reach them as possible because at the end of the day, I don't want to just beat them up. I genuinely want accountability. Like I genuinely want people to I want her to acknowledge what it is she really did, so that hopefully people can actually get some sort of, I don't know, feel seen at least a tiny bit. That's not about making her not persona non grata anymore. That's not about like making her safe to be around or like that. It's just about her admitting what happened, apologizing for it, really understanding why I was wrong, and I'm just trying as many different ways as possible. I will admit another part of it is I think she needs help. That is not to say that any underlying problem is an excuse for her behavior. I need to be super clear about that. That is not to say any of any of her behavior is excused by an underlying problem. But if I can in any way get her to realize how bad the problem is, like that would be a W as well. So that's what my goal is, to get her to kind of realize what she did to other people, and then to also maybe if I can get her to realize what she's doing is really harmful for herself. And for people who see me coddling her, thinking I'm coddling a racist, please know I've lit into her a few times already. A lot of people have. I'm just trying to figure out what the right approach is, and like it could be very difficult. Um, but like I don't know what to do in this situation, given the underlying issues as well. I guess it's just kind of complicated.
And here's the thing, and I enjoy when you and Echo do lives like this, because it does point out the people that are harmful. Now, as well as that, with Bree, she also dropped a person in that very same live.
I mean, she's had multiple lives so far where she seems to have done stuff like that. So I'm not too shocked. I didn't remember seeing it in that specific one, but have I seen it in multiple other ones? Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you joining up. It was Anti Fetters, yeah?
Yep, anti-feather.
All right, let me give you a
Hey,
follow because
Echo.
I have heard your name
Yeah,
before,
if you,
but I've not seen you in my lives. Let me give you a follow. Why can I
The
not
last
find
time
you?
we talked was on Discord when I was helping a mutual friend out with something.
Oh, that's why I remember. Yeah. Well, I
Yep,
appreciate you joining greatly. Thanks very much.
not a
Let me
problem.
drop you on now.
Okay.
We're just gonna give Mac. Mac, were you gonna say something? The very quick answer is that cool wolf guy came in like 4 hours ago. Said that their attorney is got an appointment to talk to him and me at 10 a.m. Pacific. So I said I would go to that they can join my live at 10 a.m. Pacific and have their attorney join me on the live. Hot take. I don't think their attorney is gonna show. I feel like the attorney may just be in their head. Mallory, 1426. How can I help you? Oh, you just rolled over.
I'm
Mallory?
sorry, it was a mistake. I didn't mean to request.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, Mallory, I want you to be assured we didn't hear a single thing. Don't worry about it at all. Ordinarily, I mute people when they join for exactly that reason, but I think you're fine.
Irish, who brings an attorney to a TikTok
Wait,
conversation?
wait, 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 wait. Here's the best part. Ready? Hang on. Wait, wait. This is great. In order to prosecute me under federal law, he is bringing a government employed defense attorney. And when I pointed out you're bringing a government employed defense attorney to prosecute me, they could not understand why that made no sense. It was very painful. It was
I,
incredibly painful.
I swear with TikTok, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah. And I do want to say very quickly, just about this photo that I am putting up with Bree. I have said 1,000 times before, my big issue with the catfishing was, this is who Bree said they were, but that's the actual woman's photo. This is who Bree said she was, but that's the actual woman's photo. And was it retaliatory on my part? Yeah, a little bit. We had no problem going around calling people Petri and telling people that people had committed sexual crimes when she was stealing the bodies of women, and let me be clear, I'll say this clearly, the photographs, videos. That I think is a schmexual violation, and I think does fall underneath sexual violence. And the reason why I felt like an authority to speak on it is because, again, as a reminder, I was warned that Bree was catfishing at the end of 2022. Bree was kind of a little flirty with me about a month or two later, but I was keenly aware that Bree was not Bree. And let me be clear, I didn't need someone to tell me that Bree was not Bree. It was pretty obvious to me. And Bree had asked, could she share her phone number with me? I had said no. Bree had asked for a phone call. I had said no. This was us talking about the fact that I was taking 12 months off from dating. She said she can't even last 3 months. Then then she shared something not great about herself and then said she wanted to talk. And I tried to ignore it. And I continued talking. And then she just called that call. Bree starts sending me photographs. Now, at the time, I was like, oh, yeah, she is a catfish. But as I said to her, hey, why are you sending me photographs? She started to delete the photographs. At which point, I was like, oh, nope, not going to let you do that. I had taken the screenshot of this when the conversation got a little bit weird. And look at the timestamp, 5:44. That's like 50 minutes or so into the call. And then 6 minutes later, she drops the first of a couple of photographs she sent me. But unfortunately, she deleted them. But I did get two as she was deleting them. So I could have proof that she was screenshotting. And so I just think it's wrong to go around calling people kitty fuckers and fabricating sexual violations when you yourself have used other women's bodies in order to get sexual favors from men against without their full consent. I don't know what to call it, whatever it is you want to call it. But I just wanted to give the context for this. This was just to show that on the left-hand side, that's who Bree represented. She looked like to men. In the middle is the real women whose images she stole. And then on the right is who she actually was. So just give context to everyone as to what's going on there.
To answer Auntie Feather's thing, she dropped me, but I honestly deserved it. I did berate her pretty hard. I'm the indigenous person she was talking about.
Oh, she did drop you hard.
Yeah. She blocked all three of my accounts.
I didn't realize Auntie Feathers was talking about you. Yeah. I didn't even understand why they dropped you so hard. Like, you were so nice. Guys, let's not there's some of you I love in the comments and all that, but let's be very careful not to like name names because people don't know who has done what, and there's like a whole bunch of rumors and all that. Let's not spread rumors. Like, it's not, I know no one's doing it from a bad place, but like, imagine if your name was being dropped wrongly, how you would feel. It would feel like shit. So let's not like do that, please. Let me just add the words to block those words. What's up,
I
Atlantic?
just have a quick question.
Shoot.
Who the fuck names their kid Donk?
I mean, that's not their real name.
It's not their real name. It's a nickname from when they
What the
were.
hell kind of nickname is that, Donk? Like, what?
And so
Why do
I
you have to
want to
be
make
so
sure we're
mean about
not
it?
going down that I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure
could
it's like
very
a
well be an
cultural
indigenous
thing.
name, so I don't know if it is, but like, let's not
I
just
thought
for
it said Dunk, but I'm like, wait, it's actually Donk. Like a donkey? Donkey? Donk? I don't
Yeah,
let's
I
fucking
think
know.
it's relative to their culture. So
I'm
But
actually
they're
genuinely not sure, but I don't want to risk it either. It's not. It's not. Let's just say it's not a traditional name. We can all agree on that, and we'll leave it at that. So,
never seen someone with that name Donk.
yeah, I know. Well, you're also not Maori, so like that may explain
What?
why. you wouldn't hear it, right? So
But he's not Maori either, right? He faked
he
it.
is. Nope,
He's
he is.
yes.
Oh,
All
he's
right.
actually
Well,
Maori.
gosh, yes. Oh yeah, yeah. We've no reason to believe they're not Maori. I fully do believe they are Maori. But just so, oh, they, them, by the way, let's try to remember. And so Donk, just to fill people in on this background, Donk is on the right hand side. And Donk is also featured in the photographs doing the straight arm salutes. And Donk has multiple photographs of Donk doing straight arm salutes, all of which are over the age of 18, meaning Donk was not a child when that happened. And when Donk got called out about this, Donk made a video which everyone can go see. Their username is that native. What does it say? I can't read it. That native anarchist. Is it anarchist or antichrist? Anarchist.
Anarchist.
That native anarchist. If you go there right now, the video, they deleted a whole bunch of comments. Then they have turned it off to only receive. Then they turned off comments. Then they turned it to make it so that you can only comment if you're a friend. But in that video, Donk said that they have told everyone that they are a schmatzi, that they have told all about their past to everyone. And that is directly implicating Donk's best friends, Petty, Maddie, and Nerdy, all three of whom have been in multiple cancellations involving Donk for the past year or so. And Artemis was also grouped with that. Artemis did come out and say that Donk never told them about the schmatzy white supremacist past. And so we're going to assume that Artemis is not lying unless Donk wants to say Artemis is lying. So I'm waiting to see Petty, Maddie, and Nerdy. And they are really close with Donk. The four of them have had a server where they go around canceling people all the time. They literally have a Google document on most creators. I'll say it again. These people have Google documents on most people. And Donk is making a video claiming that they all knew that Donk had been a schmatzi. What's interesting is Donk in their video points to another video to suggest, see, look at that video. On that video, I'm admitting I do bad things. We looked at the video, and lo and behold, that video never talks about them being a schmatzi. Shocker. And in fact, we went through Donk's history, and Donk not only never disclosed that they wore a schmatzi, Donk has actually made videos about him fighting schmatzis and about him being victimized by schmatzis, and has made himself a bit of a, dare I say, white savior by claiming to be someone who is happy to out schmatzis, while also secretly, let's just do this one quick, being a full-on schmatzi. That's Donk on the right. Say hi to Donk, everyone.
Hi, Donk.
Hey, Donk. That's the. Oh, and that's Donk. Donk's like just a big fan, even in trees, even climbs trees. That's how eager they are. And so let me see if I can find the other thing that I thought was just real interesting, which is the article part. Because the thing that really caught my attention, and I think is a little hard or difficult for me to pull up right now, but let me see how bad my phone is acting up, is that Donk has actually. Oh, it did pop right up. Okay, great. The thing that annoyed me the most about Donk was that even though Donk was a YT supremacist, full on schmatzi, not cutesy, just full on schmatzi, what upsets me about that is the fact that Donk was also going around his local newspaper claiming to be someone who had been victimized by a schmatzi. And let me be super clear, that's Donk on the right hand side. Donk went to his own local newspaper and told them that he had been victimized by, get ready for it, A man who did a schmatzi salute. Oh, they, them. Thank you. And Dunk ended up getting that person arrested and went to jail. I want to be clear. Dunk said that they were a victim of white supremacy due to a person who posted a video doing the schmatzi salute. Yes, it's a real tattoo. Mods, if you see anything that seems to be anti-Maori or ignorant of the Maori culture, just mute them. Even if they're not being mean, they may just be ignorant and saying stuff. Nobody comment on the tattoos. You guys respectfully just don't know about the culture.
Markings.
Oh, markings. Sorry, you're right. And so, in this situation, Donk was going around claiming that they were being harassed by a man, and what the man had done was perform the schmatzi salute. Donk got that man arrested. Donk got that man sent to prison. But even though Donk claims that Donk has been very open about their schmatzi past, in this article, which would have been a fantastic opportunity for Donk to point out, hey, I'm getting this man arrested for doing a schmatzi salute, but I used to do it myself. Donk left that out of the article. Donk left out the fact of the article that the man who was getting arrested for doing a schmatzi salute was simply doing what Donk had been doing several years prior. Just seems a little hypocritical if you ask me.
A little bit, a lot hypocritical.
A lot of hypocritical, like a whole bunch, like the best, most hypocritical ever. Like I don't know anything else more hypocritical.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. TikTok, the little bit of faith I had in humanity, TikTok sniffed that shit out. Well,
I used to
snuffed it
like
out.
people before I joined TikTok.
Same.
Irish?
Yes, Mac.
I said that.
How are you gonna tell me that you had that
I don't
you're
know if
gonna
I'm
be
actually
talking?
going to debate him because like he's a full-on
You didn't even
rapist,
tell
right?
me though.
But I only found out like 4 hours ago. They came into the live and said, "I'm suing you, and my lawyer wants to talk to you in 4 hours." Like I don't know what to tell you. But am I talking to them because like didn't you tell me they're like a full-on just rapist? Like, is there any
Um,
benefit to me talking to these people?
I mean, yeah, I think so because you can show like a larger audience the type of person he is.
Oh,
So,
does someone want to send me their profile so everyone knows this person who has said that if a woman starts having sex, she should not be allowed to revoke consent? If anyone can send me a screenshot of their profile, or Mac, if you can grab that screenshot and
yeah, I
show it and I'll
probably
big
have it.
screen you. Yeah, if you can
Who
grab it just
said
so people
that?
know. Some guy named Cool Rider Wolf or Cool Wolf
Cool
Rider.
Rider.
Cool Wolf Rider, yeah.
Jesus, all right, everyone knows it.
What the fuck is it with these people on this? Oh my God, I
Oh,
can't.
he's the new pact Canadian Tyler, new pact.
He's worse than Pact, IMO.
I think I would agree with that.
He's literally like he holds these things with like an ideology behind them that he must follow and can't be wrong about
Put
it.
it up, Irish.
Wait a minute, I've seen that person before.
Guess I'll have to big screen myself. Damn. Hold on, let me put this back on.
He believes that women are narcissistic feminists and that's why they lie about being raped. And that he should abolish CPS.
That name looks familiar. I think I've seen it
Wait,
before.
yeah, wait a.
For Stephanie.
You debated him
Oh
before.
yeah. Thank you, Dana. This person is not connected with Dunk, Petty, Maddie, and Nerdy.
Yeah, this is a new person.
This is a separate person who I may be talking to about 2.5 hours. Who, by the way, Mac, I don't know if you know, but we may have their name and a police report. I have to verify it 100%. But if it's their police report, multiple, or let me say this to be more clear because I don't like giving out false information. Let's say I have a lead, and I have the lead on a person who has a extensive record that includes multiple cases of stalking and sexual assault.
Yeah.
And have you? So is that is that record their record?
Probably. They said that they've been accused multiple times of sexual assault.
Accused? Hang on. I
So,
saw convicted. Let me check.
well, I mean, they said that. Yeah, they said that too. They said they went to jail for SA, and that it was false. So that's why I believe that this person is worse than Pact. Also, like the things that they were saying on the original First Live, the rhetoric was as like worse than Pact as well. So
Bro literally is in the process of writing his manifesto. I shit you not.
yeah, he literally is.
Oh, this is the guy who you said is actually likely to unalive people.
Yes, and he has a stalking charge. Like literally, that's the type of person that gets obsessed with people and like unalives them. He's an extremist.
Oh my god, I'm just realizing he's the idiot who messaged me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the person that I debated
Oh.
with Kenzie like in January or at the end of December. And his roommate went outside to talk to us and like apologize for his behavior and tell us that he's got intellectual
Pretty sure.
deficits and that he's horrible to her.
Amy, I'm going to agree. Like the one thing I will copy from Pagan, Maddie, and Nerdy is we got to get spreadsheets on these guys.
But yeah, Irish, what I was gonna say is if you talk to him, don't, oh my god, I swear to god, if he fucking runs because you decide to like police his words, he's stupid. This guy is stupid. He doesn't understand language and there's some sort of there's something wrong. He's missing a part of his brain. I don't know.
Well, then maybe I don't debate him because, like, what's the point in
Remember when I
debating
said
someone?
that he has intellectual deficits? His roommate literally said that. He's
Yeah, so I may genuinely just ignore it. For people who are asking what is going on here, just as a reminder, Donk on the right hand side, they were exposed as a schmatzi who just loves to do the straight arm salute on a regular basis and has multiple photos of them doing the straight arm salute, all of which are when they were over the age of 18. And also like making really disgusting misogynistic statements where there was one like a few years ago where he's talking to a woman and in the post he says something to the extent of I don't know how many dicks have ridden through you and your multiple lips or something. It was like genuinely gross. And so Donk was exposed as a white supremacist, and then Donk's response was that everyone already knew that they are a white supremacist and that they had already told their friends. And so, given the fact that Donk, Petty, Maddie, Nerdy, and Artemis have been besties for 2 years now, I would like to know from Petty, Maddie, and Nerdy, is Donk lying? Are they going to come out and say, hey, Donk did not tell us they were a schmatzi? Or is Donk telling the truth? And these three people have been hiding the fact that Donk has been a schmatzi the entire time. I don't think that's crazy to ask that question.
I hate to admit, but I was a follower of that group for like a year, and I never heard Donk say anything like this, like that.
Shocker. Oh, and for the people who ask, why did I drop that person? The reason is because my platform usually is focused on grape culture and SA victims. And I don't platform anyone, especially not guys, that I don't know because I don't want to vouch for someone that I have not vetted in any way and that I literally have no idea who they are, where they're coming from, what they've done. That's just not, I understand that people have a different perspective on it. That's great for them, but that's not how I will fly. I don't think that is responsible on my part, frankly. So that's my position, just in case people were curious what happened.
So if you don't want to debate Cool Wolf Rider, then you should just host the live and I'll come up and I'll just yell at him until he leaves.
I will consider that.
You should consider that.
Somebody I know just said, where are you, Dev? Said Donk did post a video saying the older content from years back is them sharing their truth.
Donk
Yeah,
is a liar.
that was the video we looked at last night that I had up in the background, and that video was a straight up lie about that.
Yeah, Dev, that's not true. I know
Yeah.
Dev, so I was just pointing that out.
Yeah, don't let here's the thing, right? It's got to be one of two things. If Donk is saying that I own up to the fact that I was a schmonzi, then that means therefore Petty, Maddie, Nerdy, and Artemis had to have known that they were a schmonzi, correct? How do Donk's closest friends not know they're a schmonzi if Donk is claiming that they were openly sharing that they were a schmonzi? Alternatively, if Artemis, Nerdy, Maddie, and Petty all join and they all say Donk never shared that with them, and I was not able to find a single video on their profile that suggested that they had talked about being a full-on schmonzi, then that means that Donk is now recreating the past by pretending that they had already taken accountability and spoken about this in the past. Even with all that said, respectfully, disrespectfully, which one of you all are fucking with a retired schmonzi? We don't have to rehabilitate everyone. Like, sorry, not sorry, but once a schmonzi, always a schmonzi. Now, you may not be going around there, hi Hitlerin, that's fantastic. I'm really proud of you, Donk, that you're not actively doing it. But gosh darn it, I'm just old-fashioned like that. I'm not a big fan of former schmonzis being voices when it comes to marginalized communities. Crazy, right? Crazy of me. Sorry, not sorry, but go work at McDonald's. Or, I don't know, get a job in a Costco. But, like, don't be an advocate on behalf of marginalized groups when you're a schmatzi. I don't think that should be a hot take.
I was gonna say Irish, if he was so ashamed of his past, why didn't he delete all this shit?
Crazy, right?
Well, that's what some of the Maori people came up and were talking about, is that they're advocating for Maori people, yet this history is out there and it's still up. It's not a good thing to have that up still.
I talked to this Donk
No,
person
Dunk
yet?
made a video pretending that they're being victimized. Oh, Dunk literally said in the comments, I have to turn on comments because someone told people to swarm my comments. Yes, I asked people to go to Dunk's video and ask, do you admit you are a full-on schmonzi? Because Dunk, if you watched their video, did anyone see Dunk say, yes, I was a schmonzi who did the salute multiple times? I didn't see that in the video.
Nope.
That's not taking accountability. Saying you had a troubled past. I had a troubled past. I wasn't a schmonzi.
See, the thing is, if somebody was truly reformed, they would then have their profile or to say, look, this is who I was and this is what I've unlearned through my journey. Do you know, but the fact is that it's hidden tells me that there isn't that kind of a learning that's been done and unpacking. So if they're now an advocate for marginalised groups, if that's what he's saying now and lying about it, then he's not changed. So, because if you that lifestyle or whatever, then surely you would be posting, look, this is where I was at, and you wouldn't be hiding it because you'd be taking accountability. So accountability posting, look, this is where I was at, and you wouldn't be hiding it because you'd be taking accountability. So accountability would mean owning up to that shit and saying, look, that was terrible, admitting all of that stuff. And the fact that he hasn't done that means then, I know I've been on panels with them before, but obviously I'd be really interested. I've unfollowed them just now, but I'd be interested to find out what their take on it was and how they now feel about those pictures. Because for me, the pictures speak 1,000 words, to be honest, or who he was, then it tells me he's not changed. That's all I wanted to say.
So, couple things here. I opened it up last night for Donk, and we know Donk was listening, that they could have came up and I would have dropped everyone but Mari people so they can have a conversation with their own people about it because they're the biggest ones impacted by it. So to be real there. Donk didn't do that. And the problem with Donk's video, two things Donk that I pointed out is Donk is telling, okay, tell my story, which Donk has not told his story, so we don't know every ins and outs and the details because they refuse to tell their story, much like people in this situation. Also, there's deflection saying don't look at what I've been doing in my history. Look at how I was a victim. Yes, we can acknowledge Donk was a victim for different things, but it doesn't take away what they've done.
Why do all like the uncovered Yahtzees who are like left leaning, I guess, why do they always like act as if they're like here to tell a victimization story? Like, it's not your story, bro. Like, you're making it sound like you have some sort of a like to me, whenever someone says, let me share my story, they're talking about like a personal traumatic event. Talking about how you like fell into Yahtzeeism, like that's not a personal traumatic event.
No, it's not. Also, this is
So
2017. That's just not that long ago to me. For you to post this where they're saying time to rent, you
Sorry, I just
are
it's
yeah,
17. That was like yesterday.
you are an effing what is that, blidge rat? I don't know what that is. And this is talking about a woman, ready for this, infested by constant DICK running, what the fuck is that word? Oh, running between either set of your lips. Like,
Bro, oh my
I'm
God.
just, like, that's wild.
yeah, this dude's like
Donk, who said
a
this?
This is
problem.
Donk's. This is Donk's profile.
You play males, lie, cheat, and try to
This is
get
the
their way.
woman's advocate. Like, that's crazy to me.
No, it's not. This is an incel in like the clothes of a woman
Oh,
advocate.
this is definitely, hold on. You want incel? Hold on. Let me give you,
This is so
hang
incelic.
on, let me give you incel. Wait one moment.
The groups shout
It
incel.
just looks
I,
like a woman broke his heart and he's snapping.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, let's just say that I have been told, and this is not verified, so do not run with this, that Donk
Hmm.
has complained about a false allegation that happened. And I can say that I did find this huge
Oh,
rant from them where they were cursing at a woman, and it was very likely that. When we're talking about this is an incel, um, let me just show you like some photos that to me scream incel. Like, what is that?
ew,
Yeah,
girl.
I see.
This is
Anytime
so.
I see anytime I just like see that type of aesthetic, the mohawk, I just immediately feel unsafe. I don't know.
It's
I
giving
don't know.
me early 90s neo Yahtzees invading rock culture.
Oh, wait. This one's great. Gosh. Can you show the Snapchat one? Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
That's
I mean, damn, I'd be an incel too if I looked like that.
that's crazy how rejection
See,
turns people into like little monsters.
Like,
how old is he?
fuck.
He's 30 years of age today.
30. Oh, for fuck's no, he's 30 years of age, so he's not got any excuses for his behaviour.
Oh,
And
by the
like I
way,
said,
Let's just be mindful of pronouns they, them,
oh,
just
they,
so
them.
people
Thank
don't
you.
miss the
Actually,
message here.
apologies for that. They,
let
them,
me
I
add
didn't
it.
know.
Let me add it
Again,
as
I
a
just don't want
sticker.
to take away from the message by people getting hung up on the pronouns.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's absolutely fine. My bad. But I think that they're 30 years of age, so they're a grown adult. They know how to say, I'm sorry, and make it truthful. So he's not sorry if he's
They're
not
not.
doing
Yeah,
that.
they're not.
They are not doing. They are
No,
not
no, no.
sorry.
It's okay. I understand.
They are not being
Um,
sorry. They are not sorry for their behaviour.
but if everyone could just look very quickly so I can move to the next one.
Yeah, we saw
Like
it.
that's pretty. Yeah, some people are not always looking. That's pretty clear. Like that's pretty got. Like I don't think it gets more clear than that. What's a bit odd to me is after posting that, which I feel like looks pretty clear. God damn it, my phone's overheating again.
Why didn't they delete all this shit? Like,
Well, that's the issue at hand because they connected with their culture and were started advocating for their culture, and then this history is still out there. Um, people did People local to them did confirm that it was white pride groups that they got connected with.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. In my opinion, I honestly think they lost the account. I
Nope.
think they lost the password to the account and they weren't able to get rid of it. That's my guess.
I
Because
mean,
they literally have threats on there towards women. You don't have to keep that up there if you're trying to show that you were a schmatzi. And that's why they created a brand new account the year after this account stops posting. Otherwise, why else would you change your accounts? Why would you do that?
yeah.
To me, it just sounds like this individual grew up feeling consistently rejected by the whole freaking world, even by the roaches, and he's just turned himself into this,
I mean,
this thing.
I didn't want to create empathy for Dunk, but I can say that I went through their Facebook pretty thoroughly, and so did Echo, obviously. And the amount of anger and the amount of loneliness that they profess to have while
Mm-hmm.
also pretending to be important, like it just screamed incel.
Yeah,
And a
they're
number
just
of times they were
coping.
like, does someone have time to talk? And what it was clearly they then engaged in hyper masculinity to compensate for feeling very invalidated. I'm guessing as a man in that era of their life,
Mm-hmm.
and to the extent that they've changed in any way whatsoever, I'm sorry, you don't unlearn being a schmatzi in less than 10 years. You just don't.
Yeah, so I wasn't trying to create empathy. What I'm saying is that like people don't start out that way with them.
doesn't want they don't want to be a better person because again, if this was only an account a year ago, they would have to show how they've unlearned and unpacked all of that racism and hatred. The fact that he doesn't have any acknowledge the fact that they don't acknowledge Donk doesn't acknowledge what happened or is trying to deny what happened makes me believe that they are not sorry for that. I am.
Well,
I think
it's
that
not just.
person has become a sociopath, and once a person reached that point, they have no remorse, guilt, anything, and everything they do is just to manipulate people.
I mean, I'll tell you this right now. Like, I feel like I am going to make myself an example in this one. How many times have people tried to call me out, and my response is I go to their live and I talk about it. And if it's something I fucked up for, it's embarrassing. No one likes to mess up. Like, it's not nice to be like, yeah, I said something bad. I shouldn't have done that. But like, it's not that big a deal to admit when you mess up because like everyone messes up, right? Dunk,
Mm-hmm.
when confronted with these images, lied
Couldn't
and
take it.
said everyone knows about it already, and then blocked people, muted people, and watched the live while refusing to join. So Dunk isn't like coming out and trying to take accountability. Dunk got caught. That's what happened. Dunk got caught. And after Dunk got caught, they scrambled to minimize their own harm. So I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
flying fuck what they do
Well,
after this.
they also created like they tied all of this into trauma in their life to like make it seem less than, you know?
Hmm.
I don't even know if you know what you're
I guess
alluding
to make
to.
it seem like excusable or reasonable or
Yeah, I'm alluding to the video that they made.
Exactly what I'm going to show right now. So I'm going to show that video because Donk doesn't not only take responsibility, Donk paints himself as the hero. And it's gross. It's absolutely gross in my opinion. Let me just grab it.
Yeah, they're like, it's just kind of crazy. Like, there are plenty of feminine presenting people in here right now who have been through like similar situations that didn't turn to Yahtzeism. So,
Wait a second. Did they didn't private their account?
like, it's
Buddy, if
always just
everybody
like,
finds different ways to like cope with their shit, and a lot of the times it's not healthy things, if that
Irish,
makes
if
sense.
anything, I did send the video to you yesterday.
No, I have the videos, but you know what? Yeah, I think I already downloaded them. I don't think I sent them to myself though on my iPad. No, I did not. So let me just check. Did they? They didn't actually. Did they private their account? Because they don't know about that alt of mine. Oh yeah, they do. I forgot. I burned that one. Hang on. Okay, great. So after being exposed as a full-on schmatzi, Donk decides to make a video of them shaving in the bathroom. Now read what they're saying at the top. Oh, and let me put on the sad music so you all feel really bad for Donk, the schmatzi. To the devil and the devil that comes. Said to the devil, devil, do you like drums? Do you like cigarettes? While I'm going based off a screenshot, what's been shown is something I've been talking about. Yes, I was once an addict, angry at the world, and that anger and addiction was used. Was used. By the way, yes, I was an addict, angry at the world. That anger and addiction was used and twisted by an alt-right group for 2.5 years. You mean a schmatzi group? Why aren't you using the word schmatzi? It's pretty like schmatzi group, right? It's interesting because later they said there was no group. It was just their friends and it was a loose gathering. And I'm just curious as well, how did they twist you? And I'm sorry, are you saying that addiction makes you a schmatzi? This is like the Roseanne Barr excuse. Ambien made me a schmatzi. Again, I've been honest about how this happens, but here's the part I always find interesting. Everyone remember these videos where Dunk says, I've been honest about how this happens. I'm yet to come across anyone who wants to tell the full story. I've spoken about it before. By all means, retell it for me. Go ahead, tell the stories of how many times people tried to pull me from my culture due to my skin, even though I grew up in a Maori household and schools. I'm curious. What does that have to do with being a white supremacist schmatzi? And they're about to tokenize also Schmecksville assault to explain why they're a schmatzi. Tell the stories of me being fetishized and essayed as a teen because I was skinny white Maori. Why? Why would I tell those stories? It's almost like those stories have nothing to do with you being a schmatzi. Hands up in the comments. Who here has been essayed? I've been essayed. I didn't become a schmatzi. Is there a essay to schmatzi pipeline that I just missed? Because this is
nope.
fucking gross to me. Because apparently if you're an addict or you've been essayed, you become a schmatzi. Tell the story of why I was so angry, why I was an addict, and how I got to that point. Why? I'm not going to normalize or justify or excuse that you're a schmatzy. You can leave it all behind. Even the devil needs time alone sometimes. You can let it all go. You can let it all go. It's called free fall. It's called free fall. Call to the devil and the devil said, I know my past and I've been honest about my past. I have been for years on this app and I don't hate blame anyone for feeling a type of way about my past, but I will not stop at what I'm doing. I don't do it for myself. I do it for those that have walked a similar path and need a guiding hand. I'm sorry. I do it for those who have walked a similar path and need a guiding hand. Didn't you send the other guy to jail? Didn't you send Donk Jr. to jail? Dunk, just as a reminder, literally got someone arrested for doing a Schmittler salute. And I've got 4 photographs of Dunk doing the exact same salute.
So,
And when you say need a guiding hand, is that a straight arm salute hand?
So 3 of those people are. Invite them.
Now, I'm going to show the video where Dunk claims they took accountability.
Alright, fuckers. Did I say that? Yes, you did. Oh, hey there, Swipe.
This is where Dunk said, I was always honest about being a schmatzy. Let's read, shall we? To the baby goths, the punklings, the mini emos, and other newcomers to the alt scene, here's some advice from an older metalhead. Go to every gig. Go to every gig you can. Bills don't allow it as often when you're older. I'm missing the schmatzy part. Don't fall into elitism. Different people will enjoy different bands. Yours are not superior. They're just your preference. Unless it's BOTDF. Ha 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 ha. It's not about the clothes you wear, unless they're Schmittler-looking uniforms. Alt clothes are a way to express yourself, much like Zig Heil salutes. But they aren't the connectors to the alt scene. The music and culture are much more than that. Learn the rules of the pit. You're there to have fun, but you also need to look out for each other. Always help someone who's on the ground. And most of all, look out for the wolves in the pack. There are those who look for the young ones, angry at the system and the world, to lead them down the alt-right pipeline. They will do it bit by bit, not enough to be obvious, until it's wormed its way into your head. And when drugs and alcohol are involved, they use that addiction to pull you in. They are not like us. I've fallen victim to this myself, and it took years to deconstruct my mind and break away my addiction from the short time that hold was there. Does it say Nazi somewhere? Just because they're talking about deconstructing their mind, right? So I assume the word Nazi must be on the screen. Let me zoom out. Where is it? Maybe it's code. Maybe it's like within the words. It's weird. It's almost like they're saying they were just. It's almost like they were saying they were an addict who had like a bad little bit of short of time. I don't see you calling yourself a schmatzy. Learn from my mistakes. But what were your mistakes, Donk? I don't see you admitting you were a schmatzi. And for those who've lost their way, there's a path back. From where? Schmatziism? I didn't see that in this video, Donk. Where do you admit you were a schmatzi? Gosh, so that is not you admitting to be a schmatzi. It's almost like 2 videos later, on your 30th birthday, you decide to brag about being anti-schmatzi. Oh, I started my 20s in active addiction and as a schmatzi. Sorry, where is it written there in invisible ink? I started my 20s in active addiction and as a schmatzi. Did you erase the Zig Heil? Because I'm not seeing the admission here. Great, you got clean. Very proud of you. Where's the schmatzi? Whip, where's the schmatzi? There must be a mention of a schmatzi, right? Did you travel to Germany? Oh, wait, what? You got stalked by a schmatzi? That's not you saying you wore one. That's you saying you were a victim of schmatzis. It's almost like you want to be the victim and the hero at the same time, you weirdo. You don't get to brag about being stalked and harassed by a schmatzi when you were a schmatzi. This is the guy you threw in jail for doing the straight arm salute that you did no less than 4 times, you weirdo. You're so brave, Donk. You're so brave. So again, anyone who wants to buy this nonsense, you're a moron. It's not that you've got a different opinion than me. You're a moron. Donk is not owning that they were a schmatzi. Donk is not owning that they did the straight arm salute all the goddamn time they can. Oh, and just to be clear, how did we get those photographs? You all need to really listen to this. Donk had shut down that account so you couldn't see photographs. The 4 photos of the straight arm salute were all his profile photos or his cover photos. That's how we got access to them. They were so emboldened that their profile photo on Facebook, they were so emboldened that their profile photo and their cover photos had the straight arm salute. So the fact that Donk is claiming that they've owned their schmatzihood when they literally only talk about ever being stalked and harassed by schmatzis, it's weird. It's weird. I want to see the videos where you tell your close friends that you're a raging schmatzi. I didn't see the video in the one you referenced, Donk.
Irish, don't get mad.
Go for it. What?
So 2 of them still followed me, so I added them back. I followed them back, so now we're mutuals. If I go live, they will go to the live, but I don't think they'll go live if I share them your live.
Okay, go live.
So I'm gonna steal Echo if that's okay.
Yeah, so everyone go follow. Sorry, what?
I was going to say, yeah, well, we can all raid. We can all come to yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just want to see if they'll go to my live first, and you guys don't have to follow me yet. But they 2 of them still follow me.
I'll message you, Irish, if the conversation starts.
But Echo, I swear to God, I need strong Echo. I need Echo who's not going to be like made to like feel bad for these people.
Oh, fuck no. No. The one thing I
I
was going
need.
to say before dropping, like the whole thing with helping people step away from these alt-right pipelines is not having them arrested, but working with them to actually step away.
100%.
I just need someone with a strong back because I don't have that. So I'm gonna go live, but I'm gonna steal Echo or Katie.
Go for it.
We're all coming. Irish Raid.
I'll let Irish know if we get a conversation with them.
Hey, Irish, there was something I wanted to say. It was really short. Um, please check your messages.
Okay.
Please check your messages, Irish.
Do I have to do it right this second?
You don't have to do it right this second. Wait, are you gonna do another live based on this?
Yeah, but right now I'm probably ending the live.
Okay, that's fine. Just before you do your next one, check the messages. Check my
Okay.
messages, Irish.
Okay.
Check my messages, Irish.
Did you DM me in the past like hour so it's top of my
I will
mailbox?
do it. I will do it right now. Check your
Okay,
messages,
yeah.
Irish.
Go ahead and do that. Okay.
Okay.
Casey.
It's not an entrenched group of people. Maybe there are.
Oh, well, I did not know. Okay, great. All right. If anyone else wants to join and share anything, feel free. Otherwise, I am probably going to bring it to an end. Unless, Brussels, you wanted to talk about Bree. Actually, that is what I want to talk about. So does anyone else want to talk about Dunk and the crew?
I don't know Donk, but I know Maddie, and I shared her, but she didn't respond. I shared to Maddie and Petty, but they haven't responded, so.
Think that these people are a bunch of fucking narcissists who are on here just exploiting other people's empathy for like personal gain.
Hmm.
Because all those little videos like that, like, oh my god, my playing story, it's just fucking empathy fetching.
Yeah.
So you can feel bad for them, and then they can emotionally manipulate you after. Because if you
Donk's
Isn't
say
New York?
videos,
something,
Donk's videos
hold
definitely
up,
give that vibe.
hold up, hold
Sorry, go
up.
ahead. Emma.
If you were to say something like, I don't fucking believe you, it's a wrap for you right there. They would now deem you as the fucking villain, and that's where the gaslight begins. When they're the actual villains. I'm done.
Go ahead, Chacha.
Sorry for interrupting there. I think those videos were very egotistical and very much about,
Self-serve.
yeah, they were very self-indulgent.
Hmm.
I think that what Donk has done reminds me of a lot of perpetrator behaviour. I've worked in domestic abuse for about 9, 10 years. There was no accountability on Donk's videos anywhere. They they didn't use the words, like you said, Irish, to confirm what their part was in it. They have blamed everybody and anybody and not taken accountability for their part in what's happened or what they were part of. They haven't shown how they have unpacked what they've said they've unpacked. They have talked about their addiction as a smokescreen to hide behind for their harm that they've created. The thing is about the alt-right and the schmatzes, if they are that anti-black, Jewish, if they're anti-everything, then it's not far that they are also misogynistic. So when there's been claims of anything else, then I'm inclined to believe a lot of those claims as well. Because again, the YT supremacy and the patriarchy, it all comes under the one branch. It's not hard for those schmatzes to think then that women are less than. So if he has said about previous allegations or they are worried about those previous allegations, then Donk is the one that really, they're not safe. Those videos were very much peacocking and trying to pretend that they are something that they're not. I don't trust them.
Yeah, it's everything that I said. It's just a bunch of fucking narcissists,
Yeah.
just fetching for empathy, sympathy, all that stuff to feed their ego. These are the types of narcissists that the woe it's me type. Woe it's me, the world has been so unfair, bloody, 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 blah, but underneath all that, they're the same fucking monster. They're entitled, the rest of it. I don't gotta say it.
I mean, when you're talking about what type of person, again, this is 7 years ago. They say to a woman, "You're an effing." What is a bilge rat? Does anyone know what the hell that is?
I think it's a type of rat.
Okay, very intuitive, Atlantic. I guessed it was as well, right?
I
But so
think that's the
calls.
kind of rat that like kind of like just like I don't know that digs or something that they like to like dig and hide and shit like that. But they're like very they'll like fuck up your house if that makes sense.
All right, well, called them a rat, which, like, honestly, like, people get angry. I'm not even going to say that. Like, that I wouldn't call them out on. It's this following
I
statement.
don't know what the fuck that is honestly.
Infested, saying that a woman is infested by constant DICK running between both set of her lips. That's such a wild statement to make.
Anger and resentment behind those words. Yeah.
Like, that's, I don't know. There's just a different level of, like, I just, like,
It's violent.
it's, yeah, there's
It's
something.
it's violent. That's the thing. It's not. You know, it's more than just the vitriol of misogyny. It's violent because it's created that very specific image that there's no enjoyment for that person, for that woman. It is just about, you know, that violence that happens and being violated. That's the sickening part about it.
Yeah, and for people who are talking about Artemis, Maddie, and all of them, okay? I want to be so clear right now, okay? I want to be so clear. Ever, ever, ever shown me to be a liar. Call me an asshole, call me loudmouth, call me opinionated, call me condescending, call me all those things. No one has ever shown me ever, ever, ever lying. And that's the only thing I really have in this app. And I can tell you right now, Donk, Petty, Maddie, Nerdy, and Artemis, the five of them, have been repeatedly bullying people on this app. They have created a little crew where they constantly are weaponizing groups against people they don't think meet their standards. It has been going on for well over a year. I have not spoken on it because the women who've come to me saying that they have been vilified and demonized and bullied by this group of five have repeatedly told me, or I have told them that I don't want to do lives on these people. Because at the end of the day, if I end up doing a live on these people, it's going to be very easy to invalidate my message by saying he's just some angry man. And so I have stayed out of this for the most part. As far as I can, I have not spoken on it. But I can say that there have been multiple women who've come to me asking me to do lives on these five asshats. And I have privately tried to deal with it. And I've privately tried to deal with it by letting them know I know exactly what they're doing. I know about the lies they tell about people. I know about how they lie about what other people are doing. I know about how they've got Google documents on people. I know about what goes on in their discords because I'm in every single fucking one of them. I know about
Mm-hmm.
all of it. And I warn them, stop it. And every single time they don't stop it. So a couple of months ago, they went after a mutual of mine and I lost my shit. And I did an impromptu live telling them, back off. And now I'm doing it again, telling them to back off. And what's annoying to me is for anyone who's defending the five of them, including Artemis, Artemis was on Echo's Live today, and Artemis lied through her fucking teeth and claimed she didn't know that people had complained about Donk being a predator. She didn't know that multiple women had complained about Donk engaging in inappropriate behavior. She didn't know that Donk was a demonstrable liar. She wasn't warned that Donk was a problem. Artemis said that on Echoes Live and then said, come up and prove me wrong. Show that I was warned about Donk. And I showed screenshots between me and Artemis from 5 months ago where I told Artemis that Dunk is a fucking demonstrable liar and you all need to stop this shit. And Artemis, I mean, what? I don't even remember what Artemis said after that. They may have just shut the fuck up because prior to that, there was too many white woman tears to hear anything else. Because when Artemis was being called out, she had the audacity to start crying and saying that she was hurt by the fact that Dunk had lied to her.
Yeah, it's the same gig with these types of people. It's all about you are a bad person and I'm not and I'm a good person and therefore you should and have a voice or whatever the case may be. But I have the definition of a bitch,
Oh.
whatever the fuck, rat. Look at this, just fucking vile. Look at it.
It's a slang term often used in a pirate nautical context, referring to a rat that lives in the bilge of a ship, the lowest part of where water, waste, and debris collect. Jesus, since bilges are damp, dirty, and slimy, bilge rats are considered disgusting indeed. Wow. The way there's any women in here who have come to me about the five of them, because I know a lot of people are like, wait, Artemis would do that? For shame. Nerdy would do that? For shame. Maddie would do that? For shame. If you're one of those women, feel free if you feel safe, because I know you guys get bullied all the time by these five people. You can join, or if you want to DM me right now and you want me to read something, I'm happy to do that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, not
Tommy,
just.
it is literally the Mean Girls Club.
hmm And they like love to tone police people too. Um, especially trans people because that's like their it's like easy pickings.
I don't know what it is, but like, I white women be white womening. I don't know what to say. Like,
Can I address the Miss McVeigh in the comments? I don't understand why she's being hostile in the comments. I think that when Donk has posted these things on his social media, then you cannot deny that they are part of an alt-right group or some kind of group like that. I feel that Irish has came with receipts in regards to Donk, so I don't understand why you're trying to defend their behaviour.
what's the username?
Mrs. McVeigh. Let me just double check to see what
I mean, I see them in here. Mrs. McVeigh.
Miss McVeigh,
Irish, you
yeah.
can just click on their name and see the comments that they left now. Remember?
Yeah, no, that doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for me.
Really?
Yep. It's
The fact that the fact that his video, the fact that he's pictured in the prompt with 4 or 5 guys, whether that's the only people that are in that group, it doesn't matter the number size. They are part of that lifestyle. They are part of that hatred. They
that's
are doing
Dunk.
the salutes. So
That's Dunk's
what
friends.
evidence do you need?
That's Dunk. I mean, I don't know. That's Dunk on the right. That's Dunk. This is cut off, but Dunk is, just for clarity, the picture there on the left-hand side, he's just cut off. I'm just a little confused. What is it you're defending? Are you pro schmatzi and you're like, just like, hey, he's one of my guys? I'm confused.
Though as well, Miss McVeigh, you're forgetting that race doesn't translate to colour. You know, it looks like Donk is whitey presenting. So again, you know, unless he's revealing their background or whatever, then the other YT guys won't know. So maybe on the principle of the whole thing, but there's plenty of people who have different races in their background who have joined these kind of hate groups. So I think you really need to understand that first before, again, defending Donk when you don't know. When the
Yeah,
pictures are evident to me.
are you not aware that indigenous people can be white presenting?
And that
You
white
understand there's
supremacy is
Yeah,
not
you understand
exclusive
there's
to like white
black
people.
indigenous people, right? If there's black indigenous people, there's white indigenous people. What are you talking
hmm
about?
And you don't have to be white to be a white supremacist either.
But also, we showed the screenshot where Dunk literally posted a message that said, "I'm proud to be YT."
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else do you need? You know
I'm
what,
just
Miss McVeigh? I'm going to assume you're donk. Like, I notice your requests are strategically off. I'm going to assume you're donk.
Yeah, I'm just fed up with the fucking constant gaslighting. It's like what you saw is not what you saw. What you heard is not what you heard. What was
Yeah.
told is not what was told. It's just the constant fucking gaslighting that it's just like, I'm fed up with this shit. It's like, it's right there in front of your fucking face. Same thing with Elon Musk. Oh, because he's autistic. Shut the fuck up. That's not it.
It's real quick. Yeah, go ahead,
Well,
Luna, because I am going to be ending real quick. Go ahead, Luna.
no, I was just gonna say, hold up, Miss McVeigh. Can you explain to me why your name's McVeigh? That's a terrorist who bombed Oklahoma City.
That's just a lot of red flag words, Luna.
Wait, can you make me big
Oh,
screen?
Luna, love you, but I'm not looking to get the live taken down.
Miss McVeigh seems to be saying that you can't be in a neo Yahtzee organization if you're
I think the word you want to use is biracial, but also Donk. I don't know if Donk claims to be biracial, but what is your point? Donk claims to be white. Like, what are you arguing? Are you arguing the person who's doing the schmatzi salute is not a schmatzi? I'm so confused. By the way, everyone, I'm going to post my Discord right now. If you have receipts on any of these people, any of them, please feel free to message me on Discord. It's all lowercase. Take a screenshot so you got it. Message me on Discord because I'm fed up with their abuse. It's disgusting at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And
Iris,
they've been
correct me,
warned.
or anyone else, correct
One
me
of
if
them is
I'm wrong,
lying in
but
my DMs.
isn't white supremacy an ideology?
Yeah, correct. Why?
Right, so can anyone adopt that ideology regardless of their race?
Yes, 100% they can.
So what the fuck is that person talking about? Rub your brain
Uh,
cells.
it's
Wait,
donk, I'm guessing.
Get them out of
Chainsaw,
class.
wait,
you were
wait.
up
So we are
next.
wait. So we are saying black people could be racist now.
Chainsaw, you
No,
said you
black
were
people can
next.
be
Go ahead,
anti-black.
Chainsaw.
Brad, Mr. Brad, the
Go
white
ahead,
guy.
Chainsaw.
Them is lying in my DMs right now saying we didn't know. We didn't know any of this.
Then why, if they
Or
didn't know, I mean, then they need to. These people have gone around canceling the people left, right, and center. Donk is saying they knew. So if they want to come out and join a live and say Donk's a liar and
I've
Donk
sent
is a
one of them
schmatzi,
alive.
yeah, then that's what they have to do. That's on them to do. But it is ridiculous that they go around canceling people over the stupidest of shit. The stupidest of shit. And they've been fucking with a YT supremacist for years. And they don't even have the balls to join the live and be like, you know what? Donk, they are lying. Join a live, undo the harm you've done by normalizing this disgusting scumbag. Thank you, Moth. I'll check Discord. I did just get 2 requests.
You know what's funny? That if it was them calling somebody else out and the other person says what, they wouldn't accept that. They just wouldn't.
Can I just kind of speak about what Brad said? That guy, the guy that was up. Black
I
people.
wasn't even entertaining their nonsense.
I know black people can't be racist. We don't have the power and privilege to do so. Black people can be anti-black. They can have internalized racism for themselves, but they don't have the power to harm in the same way that YT people do. So absolutely, you've got Blaga, you've got Black MAGA, you've got Indigenous MAGA people. They're a perfect example of that self-hatred, and you have it here in the UK too, where people are voting against their own interests, despite what race they are. And again, that's because of their internalized hatred and, appealing to the YT supremacy. It's part of patriarchy. That racism is just a branch off of patriarchy along with the misogyny. So it does happen. We see that. So even if Donk is Indigenous,
they are YT presenting, and joining that group suggests that they were trying to fit into a different group, and internalized hatred was there. So two things can be correct. That's all I wanted to say.
I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think we're making it a lot more complicated than it need be. And what I mean by that is simply that's a white guy. Whitey, 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 whitey. That's a white guy. That's a white guy. That's a full-on white guy. And
He's proud to be white in one of his memes. So what the fuck are we still on about?
Absolutely.
look, it's just like it's nonsense. I'm not going to entertain these idiots who join and try to derail the live. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
white person, Brussels. Brussels, you're such an ass. White person. Don't get mad at me about the whitey thing. It's ridiculous I have to point this out. Like, it is ridiculous that, like, I have to point out that indigenous people can be white. That's crazy to me that people don't know that. Anyway, does anyone else want to say closing thoughts?
Yes,
And Chainsaw, if you want to message me, because I'm curious, who the hell is... I'm trying to think who's the most biggest coward, but like if you could like message me and let me know who's claiming Donk's a liar, and if you could just ask them why won't they do a proper call out live just like they've done on 1,000 other people, and why aren't they in
I'll say
Donk's
names.
video right now? Why aren't they on Donk's video right now calling Donk a liar? Go
I'll
ahead,
say
please
names.
do.
Petty,
I
pretty
know who it
pagan.
is. Yep, exactly. I was gonna say that. Petty. Mm-hmm.
I unfollowed Artemis last night for similar reasons. But yeah, man, I don't know why I fucking know shit that we just found out, and like we on at him as soon as we learned this shit.
That's what they've just said in Deed Live as well. Sorry.
I already knew you were talking about Petty.
Annie, she
Chainsaw.
had a Discord, and Maddie refused to enter the live and sent her a message saying that they didn't know anything about it.
Yet they're not on Donk's page calling Donk a white supremacist schmatzy liar, right? That's the problem I have. They've got no problem saying, we didn't know. But why are they not calling out their schmatzy friend when they literally call out people for having bad fucking toenails? They've been fucking with a white supremacist woman, not a woman beater, but super violent.
So she messaged Delirious saying that she refused to enter the live because she doesn't do. Sorry if am I using the right pronouns for Maddie? Is she, her, they, them? I don't want to use wrong pronouns.
I just, they, them. I don't know what it is, but
Maddie,
just
she, her.
them, I guess.
She, her, they, them. They refused to do call out lives, and Echo
Yeah,
came and said, well, that's funny.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, she refused. She said, I'm not going to join a call out live. So yeah. Surprise, surprise.
What was her reasoning? Did you ask her why?
Delirious asked her why, and she just said that she refused. She refuses to join a call out live, and she said, and Delirious said, "This is not a call out live; it's an accountability live," and she still refused to join, and said, "Well, we didn't know anything about it, so."
Wait, I'm going to add this because you know what's going to start be said? They're going to start saying things like, this is my personal boundary. I fucking guarantee they're going to start using
That's what
language.
she said.
I need to
Wait,
put me
what? What did
first.
they say,
I
Annie?
need to put
That's
me
exactly
first.
what she said. She
No, she
said
did
that.
not.
Yes, she did. I've got the recording. Do you want it?
Wait, yeah, but wait, did you say that a moment ago? Did I hear you say that or did I guess that?
You guessed it, and you were right.
Fucking knew it.
Ask
So again,
Delirious.
to everyone in here who's defending Artemis and Petty and Maddie and Nerdy, I get you're coming from a place of ignorance,
But when exactly have I been wrong on receipts? When have I been wrong on receipts?
Their exact words was, "That's a boundary I am not going
Told
to
you.
cross."
Called it. Because they want to
That
weaponize the idea of language pertaining to sexual assault in order to escape accountability. That's why.
her personal, her
Lying
personal.
motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I can't speak on Gem, but to say that I've heard their name grouped with this group over and over and over again, but I don't like to talk about people who I don't really know as much about. All right, I gotta have to end live because I just got a violation and I gotta talk to this rapist in an hour and 40 minutes. Talk to y'all in a bit. Oh, message me on Discord. Guys, take the screenshot. That's my Discord, Discord Irish and NYC. And until they all come out and admit it, why am I going to disbelieve Donk? Donk has claimed all his friends knew he was a schmatzi. So until they all come out publicly and call Donk a lying schmatzi, I'm going to believe Donk on this one. All right. Sweet dreams. Lovely seeing you. You're all great.